All right, let's watch this, chat, because I want to see this. I want to see what Nintendo announced today. I only know of one thing, because somebody, cough, cough, Darth, cough, cough, had to ruin it. I'm going to act like really dramatic over this, but in reality, I don't care. I knew something was coming. Mario.
Luigi?
He spoiled a Zelda game.
Huh?
My appetite when he go live. Okay, jerk. Oh, this looks cute. So this is all co-op? Can you play this in single player? You have to be able to play it. I don't have friends. Is it all single player? Well, that'd be better then. But this looks like multiplayer. It's a single player RPG. Oh, this looks like a co-op game. Welcome back, Emily. This does look super cute though. Oh yeah, Logan's story. That looks super cute.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, thank God they did
and
voiceover.
I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
I was scared they were going to make me read.
Entry in the Mario and Luigi series in almost 9 years. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Please look forward to a seafaring adventure that unfolds across mysterious islands, as well as evolved Bros moves with Mario and Luigi. Okay, let's see the first batch of headlines.
Okay, snap.
Bring the championships home or on the go. The thrill of the Nintendo World Championships is heading to the Nintendo Switch system. Take on over 150 speedrunning challenges from across 13 NES games, from lightning-fast beats to action-packed battles.
Nope. No, I haven't seen this yet.
Challenge and perfect your timing. Then give it your best shot and aim for the top of the online leaderboards.
How long, chat? Until someone goes through and 100% cheats their way so the top 10,000 spots cannot be taken by anyone else. How long until cheaters get the first 10,000 spots? And are they going to do something about that?
You can also try more difficult legend challenges. Like completing Super Mario Brothers in one go using warp pipes. Stuck on a legend challenge? Check out classified information for handy tips and tricks to help you improve. Put your skills to the test in survival mode, where you'll race against ghost data of players worldwide. After each round, half of the players will be eliminated. You've only got one shot to survive. Will you be the last one standing? Nintendo World Championships NES Edition launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th.
That ain't for me.
Pre-orders for the digital version are available now on Nintendo
Hard pass.
eShop. A deluxe set containing a physical version of the game and other bonus
that
items
looks
is
cool.
also available for pre-order. And other.
That looks awesome. That gold cartridge. I really like that. I hate the idea of making the game speedrunning focused, but because I just don't like speedrunning. I think it ruins games. But that looks cool.
Bonus items is also available for pre-order. The final battle of Fairy Tail is about to begin. Relive the climactic Alvarez Empire arc from the hit anime Fairy Tail in this action RPG.
Nah.
Set in the vast kingdom of Fiore, Team Natsu prepares to finish their fight. Engage in real-time battles and unleash powerful attacks that fuse different kinds of magic based on who's in your party.
Yeah, this isn't for me either.
Work together with your teammates to take down powerful enemies. Fairy Tail 2 launches on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Nah.
Embark on a multi-dimensional journey. From Final Fantasy series creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu comes the turn-based RPG Fantasian. The world is slowly being robbed of its civilization. To restore his memories, Leo must confront an evil entity threatening all mankind. Skills
So
are the
far, there's been
ticket to
one thing that
winning
I've
battles.
liked.
Adjust a skill's
That's the
trajectory
Mario and
to
Luigi
target
game.
multiple enemies at once.
I'm very basic.
You can also send enemies you've encountered to a separate dimension and fight them later.
Is that what the game's gonna look
The
like?
more enemies there are, the more you can wipe out. Enemies you've encountered.
Is that what it's gonna look like? So they have your characters running on like actual low-res photos?
You can also send enemies you've encountered.
It was an Apple
to a
arcade game. I was like,
separate
that does not
dimension
look
and fight
good.
them later. The more enemies there are, the more you can wipe out in one shot.
If you had one shot, one opportunity.
Let us save the world
It's all
together.
miniature set. Okay.
Fantasian Neo Dimension launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Morgan, how are you, my friend? Welcome on in.
Another sport is coming to Spoko Square.
Ooh. What do I got? Basketball? Oh, let's go!
Basketball is being added as a free update to the Nintendo Switch sports game. Dribble, pass, and shoot
I'm in.
in 2-on-2 matches using motion controls.
Switch Sports is actually super fun.
Try out 3-point challenge
Right, Logan?
solo and score as many baskets as you can within the time limit. Up to 4 players can also compete in 5-streak battle.
Yo, that looks sick.
Besides local play, you can team up with players worldwide in 2-on-2 online matches. This free update for Nintendo Switch Sports dunks its way onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
Dunks its way because it's basketball. What's up, Chucko? No, that update, that's going to be fun. I enjoy Switch Sports quite a bit. It is fun. Okay, Ace. Right to jail. Right to jail, sir. Yeah, dunk me. No, no. Yeah, that looks impressive, Chucko. Logan, did you see what Chucko posted in general chat in Discord? His new Lego set that he got? It looks impressive. Like, that's a lot of pieces. Exile, we're watching the Nintendo Switch Direct from this morning. It was like at 9 a.m. I wasn't going to wake up that early. Gross. So I'm watching it now for the first time.
It's an array of cartoon classics.
Cartoon classics.
Leap into a new update for Disney Illusion Island.
Oh, Disney?
Monarch's greatest detective is solving a mystery, and only Mickey and friends can help. In the brand new adventure, Mystery and Monarch.
Why can't it be Bugs Bunny?
Hints and evidence scattered throughout the world.
Tweety Bird.
Then use the dashboard
Daffy
to crack
Duck.
each case. What big secret lies at the end? Start sleuthing because this free update launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
That'd be so much better.
Island adventures await. Customize your character.
So,
Then befriend Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty
Corona,
Animal Crossing?
And other familiar faces in this open world adventure. Team up with your new pals to solve mysteries. And
Is this
restore
just Animal
Friendship
Crossing,
Island
but
when
with Hello Kitty?
Kitty Island Adventure launches as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch system next year.
timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch. That means one of two things. It's a console exclusive for the Nintendo Switch, meaning that it's going to be on Nintendo's next platform when that releases next year, but they haven't announced the name of it yet, so they're not going to say it. Or two, it's a timed console exclusive for the Switch because then it's actually going to be on PS5 and Xbox. What one is it going to be? Yeah, it's a timed exclusive for the Switch, they said. Meaning it's going to be on another console when the next one comes out.
Let's get loony in this wacky sports game. Play as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and more across 4 arcade-style sports. Unleash the full power of Acme across iconic levels in up to 4-player local co-op. But watch out for falling anvils. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports
I'm buying this.
onto Nintendo Switch this fall.
What's up, Doc?
That's all, folks.
Let's game on.
Emergency meeting. New crewmate and imposter roles are being added to Among Us.
Okay.
Alert others when eliminated as a
Give me more
noisemaker.
Bugs Bunny.
Plant tracking devices on others.
I know,
as a
I wanna be
tracker.
Michael Jordan or Bill Murray.
turn
Da, da, da,
invisible
da,
while
da,
taking
da,
out
da.
players as a phantom. Suss things out when this free update for Among Us sneaks onto Nintendo Switch later
Oh,
today.
later today. Oh,
A monster army is at your command.
okay. So that's like now then.
This is Felicidad, a realm of monsters. Those who command and raise them are called Farmagia and play a vital role in the land's civilization. 10 of Farmagia must rise up against the oppressive Magus to stop his vicious reign of the underworld. Raise monsters and lead them into the fight against the Magus' army. Plant seeds, then cultivate, and harvest them to make your buddies come to life. They can then be trained for battle. Give commands to your monsters and exploit enemy weaknesses in act.
Was that a Lionel?
Give commands to your monsters.
I think I went back too far. No! Don't buffer. I want to see the Lionel.
They can then be trained for battle. Give commands to your monsters
I think that's a Lionel.
and exploit enemy weaknesses in action-packed combat.
Yeah, it's me.
Merge all of the battle buddies in your party to call forth a giant fusion summon and wreak havoc on your foes.
Everyone, attack!
Join the rebellion to stop the Magus in Farmagia, launching on Nintendo Switch November 1st.
What up, my neighbor?
Sparket MCM has just subscribed.
Hey,
14
Sparket.
months. Sick of me yet?
I mean, if I say yes, does that mean? I'm kidding, by the way. Sparket with the 14 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country Returns, originally released on the Wii system, is barreling onto Nintendo Switch in HD. The villainous Tiki Tap
This is a
tribe
remake,
has
okay.
hypnotized the local wildlife and stolen Donkey Kong's precious banana hoard.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Obstacles in the way? Just stop them, pound them, and roll on through. Each level is filled with hijinks, but they're no match for these top bananas. From manic minecarts to high-flying rocket barrels.
They need to remake
and
Donkey
even
Kong
hitching a ride
64.
on Rambi.
That's what I want.
There are plenty of transportation methods available.
I want a remake of Donkey Kong
Pass a Joy-Con
64.
controller to a buddy for 2-player local co-op.
Local co-op though. Come on, let me play with my friends
80
online.
appealing levels are in store, including the additional levels from the Nintendo 3DS version. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD swings onto the
next year.
Nintendo Switch system January 16th.
One of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's jungle escapades returns in HD.
Appealing, yeah.
Plenty of wild
The puns
actions
are
and
strong.
antics are in store with these Kongs. Next, please take a look at this.
Snap. What do we got? Okay, it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Journey with
Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. That is a long name. They could have named it something better than that, right? Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. I feel like
Journey with allies.
there's a better way to name it.
The Archfiend on an epic adventure. Memorable encounters. Perplexing challenges. And formidable monsters await.
I've never been into Dragon Quest. Never played a game of the
An
series.
iconic RPG remade in HD 2D.
It looks cute. It does look really cute.
Forge your own path. The legacy begins.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake.
See, that's too long of a name.
To Nintendo Switch, November 14th.
That's too long of a name. Welcome back, Joe Hamster. What's up, Drywall? We're just watching the direct from earlier today. It was at 9 a.m. and I wasn't about to be up at 9 a.m. to watch this, so we're watching it now. So you can get Dragon Quest 1 HD 2D Remake, Dragon Quest 2 HD 2D Remake, and Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Nintendo Direct をご覧の皆様。
Oh, you're gonna make me read
Konnichiwa.
this. Hello to everyone
Konnichiwa.
watching the Nintendo Direct. I am some guy with a name that I can't pronounce.
3の映像
Did you enjoy the trailer for Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake? I'm delighted we're finally able to announce the game's release
そ
date.
して今日
And we even stuck in a surprise announcement. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 will also receive the HD 2D treatment.
HD で蘇ることが決定しました。時系列としては
Chronologically, Dragon Quest 3 comes first in the Erdrick trilogy. Oh, I think players will have fun seeing how things unfold as they play 3, 1, and 2 in that order.
ロト3部作
Okay, Star Wars. I really hope you all enjoy experiencing the entire Erdrick trilogy across these remakes.
どうもオリジン
Thanks
でし
for
た
watching. They're gonna come out with
Thank you,
6
Mr.
next.
We hope you're excited to play the entire Erdrick trilogy, now in HD 2D. Let's continue with more headlines.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, Justin.
Let's have some fun.
Oh.
Co.
Funko Pop game?
Say hello to Jaws? Wait, He-Man? Great Scott! Is that Marty McFly?
What?
The world of Funko is coming to life in this action-adventure mashup for the ages. Play with more than 60 characters as you explore locations based on the ages. Play with more...
I'm looking. I don't see Michael Scott.
More than 60 characters.
Or Dwight Schrute. Or Kevin Malone.
As you explore locations based on over 20 iconic movies, TV shows, and more. Use special skills and crafted gadgets to explore epic worlds, each with their own unique puzzles, hidden areas, and familiar foes. Dinosaurs from Jurassic World and Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. They're
Bears.
certainly not toying around. Unbox
Battlestar
the
Galactica.
universe when Funko Fusion pops onto
Golden
Nintendo
Girls
Switch
Funkos.
September 13th.
It might have been Morgan.
We've got a smorgasbord of spooky, silly, and strategic games. Ready for an adventure of ghoulish proportions? Summon your courage and explore multiple mansions filled with goofy ghosts
So, what was the
Tricky
Luigi's
traps.
Mansion that's on the Switch already?
and other supernatural shenanigans.
Because my sister has one.
Luigi's
What one is
Mansion
that?
2 HD launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
Is it 4?
Pre-orders are available now.
Wait,
on
1 and
Nintendo
3.
eShop. Meet the quirky little Dempa Man. Find him, catch him, and lead him on a joyful RPG adventure. Explore dungeons
Mansion
and battle
3.
monsters.
Because my sister has that.
Customize all sorts of outfits, decorate your island however you'd like, and more. Plus, up to 4 players in local
So
co-op
another
can team
Animal
up to catch
Crossing
special
clone?
Dempa Man. The new Dempa Man is free to play and launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch July 22nd.
Okay.
Strategize away in this tower defense installment of the Metal Slug series. Take control of your forces and pulverize
Me
enemy
crossing,
strongholds.
exactly.
Choose from over 300 units with different abilities and build out your decks to win tactical tussles. You can also slug it out with other players in
No
online
spoilers,
battles.
Keldemo.
Metal Slug Attack Reloaded storms onto the Nintendo Switch system.
I haven't
later
either,
today.
Drywall. Don't worry. I play games for a living, and I don't know if half of these
Embark on an
franchises.
Expedition of the Damned in this eagerly awaited sequel to the gothic roguelike RPG. Board your stagecoach and set off across a decaying landscape to prevent an apocalypse.
Wait,
Fight off
Darkest Dungeon.
nightmarish
I
fiends
have
in turn-based
this.
combat. And upgrade your abilities after each deadly run.
Is this game on? Is Darkest Dungeon the first one on PC? Or do I have it on PlayStation? I swear I have it somewhere. So is it on PlayStation?
Darkest Dungeon 2 launches on Nintendo Switch July 15th. Pre-orders begin later today.
I
on
swear I have
Nintendo
it, but I've
eShop.
never played it.
More classic titles are on the way. Play Link's classic 16-bit adventure and team up online to explore randomized dungeons in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords.
That's gonna be dope.
Experience the remake of Samus's first adventure in Metroid Zero Mission.
I'm down for that.
Plus, coming to the new Nintendo 64
Absolutely,
Nintendo
Logan.
Switch Online Mature 17 Plus collection of games. Brave
Turok.
the dangerous
Oh,
lost land to
dang.
stop the campaigner's nefarious schemes in Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. And infiltrate a corporation to end their alien conspiracy in Perfect Dark. Now with online
The
multiplayer.
Nintendo 64.
All 4 games
Back
will be
in the
available
day,
for
looked
Nintendo
so
Switch
good.
Online Plus expansion pack members later today.
Oh, it's out now. Well, that's cool.
Set sail.
Still no mention of the one thing that I really, really want for Nintendo Switch Online expansion stuff. I want for the Game Boy, the classic Pokemon games. They need to put them out. I'm sick and tired of not having Pokemon Emerald on my Nintendo Switch.
To save the day. This is Verona, a young woman with the
Perfect
ability to
dank. Oh,
communicate with
God.
phantoms.
I will take all of this girl's.
Join her on a journey to save her friend Ash.
And Pikachu?
In this new installment in the Phantom Brave series. Take on tactical turn-based battles. Where you'll combine
No, you
the
see,
phantoms
I think
you
what it is, though,
befriended with
Logan,
objects in
is
various
Nintendo
ways.
sits there and they're like, huh, what do our fans want? They want this, 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 and this.
With certain objects.
Okay, we won't give them any of those. Let's give them this thing that no one's ever heard of, and we'll do that instead.
Combined with a cannon to
That's a
attack
good
a
idea.
large area.
That's how Nintendo runs their entire company.
A fan to blow enemies around. Or combine with Marona herself for show-stopping abilities.
It's what the
that can
fans
turn
want,
the
so it's
tide of
not what we'll
battle.
get.
Phantom Brave, the Lost Hero, launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Like, they gotta give us those
This
Pokemon
one's
games,
gonna
dude.
take you for a ride.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
7 arcade games featuring Marvel and Capcom characters are fighting their way onto Nintendo Switch as one collection. Clash in X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Okay.
Duke it out in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes. Take down the Kingpin in the beat-em-up side-scroller The Punisher, and more. Hit up training mode to polish your fighting skills and combos. Select online mode to challenge rivals around the world.
No spoilers, Scott. We haven't seen
Or
it yet.
play co-op in The Punisher. You can also cross
Right
over
to
to
jail.
the museum to view artwork or listen to music from each game.
Oh my god, that'd be awful, Darth.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
That would be
Arcade
awful.
Classics
I can see that
launches
happening,
on
though,
Nintendo
sadly.
Switch this year.
I just have no faith in Nintendo. Okay. New Mario
The
Party?
latest game in the Mario Party series takes place on an enormous island resort. Get ready to jump into the biggest selection of Mario Party minigames yet in
Yo!
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Let's go!
First, let's see some of the new boards where you'll compete to collect the most stars.
I loved that board.
Take the escalators to travel between floors in Rainbow Galleria. Use in-game coins to get a star at half price when they're on flash sale. But act fast.
Okay.
Ride around and stay on track in Roll'em Raceway.
This
With the
is
new Turbo
dope.
Dice item, you can move up to 40 spaces with a lucky roll. Here on Goomba Lagoon, the ebb and flow of the tide can change your path. And things really get mixed up when the volcano blows its top. Along with 5 new game boards, 2 boards from previous Mario Party games
Yeah.
make their return.
Mario's Rainbow Castle was one of my favorites on the
Some
N64.
minigames are action-packed challenges, speed trials, a battle of wits, and more. And some are controlled by gently shaking or tilting your Joy-Con controllers. With over 110 minigames, there's a wide variety to enjoy.
I'm in.
Also, up to 20 players can go head-to-head online in the Coupathlon mode.
Hold on.
Compete against your rivals and aim for first place. Try your best to come out on top. Wait,
Chat, here's what I'm thinking, okay? Here's what I'm thinking with that. We get together some night. We have a community game night. We bring in people from chat. And we play Mario Party together. We can have up to 20 people. How awesome would that be to bring in people from chat and we can all play Mario Party? That would be dope.
Or even more new modes?
I'm in, chat.
The biggest Mario Party yet will soon be underway when the Super Mario Party Jamboree game launches
October
on the Nintendo
17th.
Switch system October 17th.
Guess what we're playing?
That was the latest installment in the Mario Party series, Super Mario Party Jamboree,
I'm so excited.
with new boards, mini-games, 20-player online gameplay, and more. Get ready for the
That's
biggest
gonna be
Mario Party
sick.
in series history. And now, please take a look at this.
Hey? Hey? I'm in. I'm sold already, chat. I'm sold already. What is that? The Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, I'm looking. So based off of the Ganon that we saw then, what timeline is this in? That looked like the same one that was in Link to the Past. It was the same exact. Yeah, Link to the Past. Okay. So does this take place after Link to the Past then? Because that was Link to the Past Ganon. Also the map, yeah, the map does look very similar. You think this is after Link's Awakening? Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, Sparkcat. That's what we're asking. So it looks very much like it could be immediately after Link to the Past or Link's Awakening. That would be, or it's an alternate timeline to Link to the Past. That could be it too. It does look like with Ganon though. Let's go back. This is like the one thing that I care about. That and Mario Party, and then the Looney Tunes game, and then Switch Sports, and never mind. There's more that I care about than just that. So come on, YouTube. I pay for YouTube Premium. I expect you to load. I got that gigabit fiber internet. Let's go. I expect you to load. Because this right here looks like the looks like it's the final boss battle. That looks like the final boss battle in Link to the Past. That's what I'm thinking. Wait for ads. All right, yeah, we got ads on Twitch. We're gonna chill. We're gonna chill for a little bit while the ads on Twitch go through. Well, I mean, it's the same art style as Link's Awakening. Is it the same map? I don't, because the Link's, it wouldn't be the same map. Because Link's Awakening takes place on the other island, right? It's a different island altogether. And it's not Hyrule. You're not sub, Dogman. Your sub badge isn't there. So it'll be the same map as Link to the Past is what it looks like. Yeah, and Logan's saying the same thing. Someone on TikTok goes, cry about it. I will. It's so funny. All these people that come in on TikTok and are like, legitimately think that I care if they're mean. Like, dude, I do this full time. You're not going to be able to affect me. Welcome back, Darth. Prequel to Link to the Past? I don't think it would be a prequel to it, though, because that's the final Ganon fight. TikTok chat should be showing up. Yeah, you see it. It's below me on screen. All right, well, I'll finish the trailer. We'll finish the trailer after the ads. I had to go back and look at this because that's 100% Link to the Past Ganon. 100%. That's the same Ganon that we see in Link to the Past. So that's the timeline that we're going to be in. %. But that does look like Link to the Past map. Just based off of, you know, what I'm seeing here so far. Zach is the resident Zelda expert. Zach or Weston. Logan is up there as well. He knows a lot. But my buddy Zach is the biggest Zelda nerd that I know. Logan does know a lot about it. But I think even Logan will agree that Zach is a little bit more knowledgeable. Logan, I said you know a lot, but I think you and I both know that Zach knows more than both of us. And, like, yeah, Zach's the king. Exactly. See? That's what I'm saying. You and I both know Zach is untouchable when it comes to Zelda stuff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Okay.
What you just saw was the latest installment, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
I'm in.
This time around, Link has vanished. Now, it's up to Princess Zelda to step into the protagonist role. You might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a sword then? Here, we wanted to create a new gameplay style that breaks conventions seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective. To explain more, please take a look at this video.
Should have called it Missing Link. So Joe Hamster, you would get along with Alicia really well because she also really enjoys the reading stuff. And then Miranda, Amanda. Apparently anyone whose name ends in Alicia, Miranda, Amanda. That's what I'm learning. If your name ends in ends in that letter, you enjoy reading The Legend of. That'd be funny. I'm so pumped.
Away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have appeared and have taken many people, including Link. Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri, receives a mysterious staff called the Tri-Rod, and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save her kingdom.
Okay.
By waving the Tri-Rod at a table she found, Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called an echo. Once you learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like.
Oh, that's
Even
cool.
if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a leg up.
Ha!
Just like that.
Get a leg up
You
because
can
it's a
create
table
wooden
leg.
boxes, old beds, and unusual things like water blocks. How you use them separately or together is entirely up to you. Learn and create echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Oh.
Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw a rock echo, for example. That's not all, though. You can also create echoes of monsters. After doing so, they'll bite by your side. Monsters have different abilities, so choose the one you want to create based on the situation. Wisdom is key, after all.
I'm so excited to play this,
In a
chat.
Hyrule without Link, the fate of the kingdom is now in Zelda's hands.
How was that? I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Echo ability, which channels Princess Zelda's wisdom. There are a lot of echoes in this game. To be honest, I haven't counted them all yet.
That's gonna be
How you
awesome,
solve
chat.
puzzles and battle enemies will change depending on the echoes used. In short, we've created a game where each player's experience will be different. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom
September
launches
26th.
September 26th.
I just want to look at the art here. What's up, Invincible? Welcome in, Jelly. Yeah, this is coming out this year, here in a couple months, actually. We're like 3 months away. No, so I very much so think that this is going to be Link to the Past map. That's what it looks like. This looks like it could be right after Link to the Past. We all know Jordan's going to make it as difficult as possible. Shut up. How would I do that? I totally would never make things more difficult than they need to be. That's not what I do. Guys, if you're on TikTok, by the way, do me a favor. Spam as many likes as you can, okay?
A Nintendo Switch Lite system inspired by the Legend of Zelda series will also be available at launch. We hope you're looking forward to playing as Zelda. Will also.
You guys know that episode of SpongeBob where he sees the water? I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. That's me. Hey, what's up, Annabelle? How are you? Like, I don't even care if that's a Switch Lite. That looks dope. Okay. I feel like I need it. That looks sick. I want it. Even if I don't use a Switch Lite, even if I don't play handheld and I only play docked, I feel like that right there would be awesome to have.
Be available at launch. We hope you're looking forward to playing as Zelda in this new adventure.
I'm ready.
Now, I'd like to return this moment I'd stolen away back to Mr. Takahashi.
Haka's Link got stolen.
Thank you, Mr. Aonuma.
That looks
Please look
awesome.
forward to the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda.
The benefit of a Switch Lite, if you have a regular one, it's lighter. That's about it. No pun intended. You can't dock it on a TV. The Joy-Cons don't come off the side, so that it's one piece, right? So it's gonna have a bigger battery in it for handheld. It won't take up as much. Like, it won't be. It's not as good, basically, for playing games, but for travel stuff, if you're just gonna like throw it in a backpack or whatever, maybe. You love black buttons. Wait, were those? Now I gotta go back and look at it again. Those are black buttons. What are you talking about? Or are you talking? Oh, because you already have a Switch Lite and it has white buttons, and this one has black. So now you're mad. I got you.
A Nintendo Switch Lite system inspired by the Legend of Zelda series will also be available at launch.
God, that looks
We hope
sexy,
you're looking
dude.
forward to playing as Zelda in this new adventure. Now, I'd like to return this moment I'd stolen away back to Mr. Takahashi.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna do a pre-order.
Thank you, Mr. Aonuma.
I'm sure. I almost
Please
want one
look
just to
forward
keep it on
the
the
newest entry
like in a
the Legend of
box.
Zelda series. Let's see a few more headlines.
That does look smexy.
Let loose and party on.
No. I'll pass. No. That's a hard pass for me. I don't have any interest in that at all. How is it they go from something so dope to this? Okay, cool. Could be your workout plan. I'm good. Dance game. Shut up. I hate that so much. Are you a Just Dance fan? That no interest for me at all there. Nothing there for me. I saw it has Green Day.
Lego adventure is on the horizon.
Oh!
It's the world of Horizon in Lego form. Join Machine Hunter Aloy on a quest to save the world from an ancient evil. Journey through lush landscapes.
Is it weird that this wasn't announced at a Sony thing? Oh, it was announced as a Sony thing? Oh. I was gonna say that seems weird to me if that's not a Sony announcement, but I didn't watch the last State of Play, so never mind.
Climb up onto tall necks and traverse other locations inspired by the original game. But be careful.
Okay.
Swarms of machines are lurking everywhere. Use an array of gadgets like blast boots and gravity bombs to hunt them down. From the nimble watchers to mighty sawtooths.
That looks sick.
You might even come across the fearsome Thunderjaw. As you progress, you can help Aloy rebuild her home. And
So
customize
Chucko,
her
basically what I'm
appearance
hearing
with lots
here
of
is
outfits.
as soon as the game comes
You
out
don't have to explore this vast wilderness alone. Team up with
and they
familiar
have
faces
the
from
Lego
world of
sets that
Horizon in
match,
two-player local or online co-op.
you're getting all of them.
Lego Horizon Adventures launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
That does look super dope.
A Stray's journey begins.
They're bringing out Stray, huh?
Experience a decaying cyber city through the eyes of a cat.
Oh, they already have it out.
separated
Oh.
from their family and friends.
See, that shows how much I
Explore alongside a
know.
drone known as
We are,
B12
Other
to
Hannah, we
find your
are.
way home.
I haven't seen it yet.
Carefully climb to the highest heights. Create new paths for yourself. And stealthily squeeze into tight spaces. Think like a cat to make your way through the city.
Is it just me or does this look like it's running at 720p?
Careful, though. Not everyone is excited to have you slinking
Or just like
around,
really
including
low
hordes of
res.
hostile creatures ready to swarm. Keep exploring to venture into more areas of this unfamiliar world and make your way back to
You were
safety.
disappointed in it? Oh, I'm hyped.
Stray finds its way onto
A
Nintendo
Looney
Switch
Tunes
this
game,
holiday.
a new Mario Party, a new Zelda.
Welcome home, Hobbit.
I'm in.
If you've ever wanted to live like a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings,
I can't say that I
now,
have.
A leisurely existence, nestled away in an idyllic, quiet corner of Middle-earth can be yours. Customize your appearance, decorate your home, and settle into life in the Shire. As a newcomer to the little haven of Bywater, you'll befriend your neighbors, work together to solve problems, and even share a meal or three. Explore, garden, fish, forage, and cook. The best way to build a Hobbit community is by
Oh, I'm
hosting
so
a dinner
excited,
party
Hannah.
with your homemade dishes. Plus, you can trade with your neighbors for unique decorations or special ingredients for even tastier meals. Friendly hobbits and familiar faces await your arrival when Tales of the Shire launches on the Nintendo Switch
Is
system
it just me or
this
are there
holiday.
a ton of games in this direct that are like, I don't want to say clones, but very inspired by Animal Crossing? You can tell that they saw the success of Animal Crossing New Horizons back in 2020 and they're like, ooh, we can do that, but we can do it with this. And now we're in that 4-year cycle where they've been working on those games for the last 4 years now, and they're finally ready to release it. And now everybody is just going to dump these games on us at once.
Investigate, interrogate, checkmate.
Objection!
2 Ace Attorney spin-off games, including a sequel that was previously unreleased outside of Japan, are coming to Nintendo Switch as one collection. As the prolific prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, take the case out of the courtroom and investigate crime scenes. Gather information by interviewing people and inspecting evidence. Then use the power of logic to solve challenging cases.
The power of logic.
Enjoy all new hand-drawn character visuals from the original series character designer, or swap to the original sprites for a more classic look. Take a break from
We
your
have to use the
investigation
power
explore
of
the gallery,
logic to
where you'll
solve
find character art,
crimes.
music, including orchestral arrangements, and more. Past
this
and
isn't for me
present
either.
collide as you uncover the truth at any cost.
Yo, you can play chess.
Ace Attorney Investigations Collection
Ace
launches
Attorney,
on Nintendo Switch
yeah.
September 6th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
That's assault, man. This is something else that really isn't for me, and I can already tell you.
After a devastating attack by unknown assailants, Takumi Samino's life gets turned upside down. A mysterious school mascot suddenly appears.
Why does he look so dumb?
Takumi manages to get out of harm's way. He's then forced to enroll at the Last Defense Academy, along with 15 other students.
So what is this, like
Their
Persona?
mission is to defend the school from hostile student enemies for 100 days. An academy shrouded in secrecy. And the unavoidable loss of allies. Can Takumi survive this 100-day trial, colored by extreme and despair, and return to his normal life? The creators of Danganronpa present the 100-line
No.
Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
early
not for
next
me.
year.
Say psych to what?
Embark on a saga spanning generations.
What's up, Duck?
A full remake of Romancing Saga 2 is marching on to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, to the ghost? Oh, he was
Roll and
cute, but it was
expand the
so
Empire of Varan
unexpected.
Across multiple generations, while challenging the legendary 7 heroes who have turned
Yeah,
to
I'm so
darkness.
excited for the new Zelda game, and the Looney Tunes game, and Mario Party.
In combat,
Those are my
use
3 so
returning
far.
Saga features like glimmers to learn skills.
Also,
And
that
formations
Switch
to
Lite,
enhance
even though I don't
abilities.
even need a Switch Lite, and I'll probably never play it,
Turn-based
I want
battles
it.
have also evolved into
It
timeline
looks
battles,
sick.
where the action order is key. Innovative features like United Attack can also help with strategy. How will you expand your empire? And in which order will you fight the 7 heroes?
Yeah, it probably
Every
won't be
decision
out
you
for
make
pre-order
will
until
dramatically
like a
alter
month
the
or 2
course of
from
the
launch.
story.
We're still 3 months out.
Safeguard
That's
your
still quite a
empire's
bit of
future
time.
And protect your legacy from peril.
I'm just shocked, though. They're still
Otherwise,
doing
the
stuff with the
vengeful
Switch
7
Lite.
Heroes may emerge victorious.
It must be selling a lot better than I thought it would.
Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the 7 launches on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but the
October
NES
24th.
Championship stuff comes out a
We
lot
hope
sooner
you're excited to
than Zelda,
experience
doesn't
a
it?
full remake of Romancing
And
Saga
they say
2.
July or something for that.
That's almost everything for today's Nintendo Direct. Next will be our last announcement. Please
Dude, you
take
better end with a bang. Better go out with a bang. What do we got? Is this Metroid? It is. Okay. You know, I've never played a Metroid game. What up, Mr. Riley? How are ya? I've never played Metroid before. They're normally not first person though, are they? Prime games were all first person. Oh. Why did I think of Metro was like a 3D, or not 3D, third person? Prime series is first, but the main series, okay, that's what I'm thinking then. Got you. Got you. Okay. I mean, this probably isn't for me either. Probably not my thing.
That was a first look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. After a very long time, we are finally able to share more information about this title. Release is planned for 2025, so please wait a little bit longer. We hope you're looking forward to Samus Aran's new adventure.
Did you guys notice
That's all for today.
that they never said?
Thank you for
Like
watching.
the rest of these? If I'm not mistaken, the rest of these said something about the Switch on its screen somewhere, right? Like it had the Switch logo, like Mario Party right here has the Switch logo on the top. Most of these have the Switch logo on the top. Did you guys notice that that did not have it? Meaning that it's going to be out on their next console? Yeah, Mario Party looks sick. I'm super excited for that. I think one thing I'm really excited for though is the fact that they said for Mario Party it's going to have that 20 player like 20 player multiplayer thing. Oh god, Rebecca, do I want to know? Oh no. But no, what I'm really excited for though, where's it at? Where's it at? It was all right, so it was after Hello Kitty. Yes.
Let's get loony in this.
This
wacky
looks
sports
dope.
game. Play as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and more across 4 arcade-style sports. Unleash the full power of Acme
I'm
across
so excited for this.
in up to 4-player local co-op. But watch out for falling anvils. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports crashes onto Nintendo Switch this fall.
What's up, Doc?
That's all, folks.
Let's game on.
That looks
Emergency
awesome.
Meeting. New crewmate.
In 71. Oh my god, that's so stupid. I want to watch the Zelda thing one more time. Oh, I don't know who I'd play as. I want to watch this one more time though. I want to do not really like a deep dive, but I want to. Hey Logan, are you available to hop on Discord? I want your thoughts on this, Logan. Are you available to jump in? Thought you'd never ask. Okay, cool. I'm in the private text chat. Can you join, say, or private voice chat? Boop, 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 boop. All right, so we're gonna watch this, and I'm gonna share my screen with Logan, so that way he can be like, "Hey, pause it here. Hey, pause it here." Pull up a link to the past map to compare. We can do that. It definitely looks like it's the same map though, based off of what I saw. Based off of what they showed, it definitely seems like it'd be the same map. I want to call Zach too, or message Zach and be like, "Hey, nerd.
What is up?
What up, buddy?
Oh man, I was really hoping you would ask because I have some theories for sure.
I
Very
am
excited for this game.
messaging Zach super quick. I want to see if we can get him on this call as well.
Perfect.
But I want your guys' opinion on this. And I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys while we're in Discord. So that way you can be like, hey, pause it here. And if you want to point something out, you can.
Okay. How do I? That's cool. How do I view that?
It should just pop up in the channel.
Okay. Oh yeah, there we go.
So this takes place, we think, after Link to the Past, then?
Yeah. So.
I mean, that 100%. That's Ganon from Link to the Past.
Yes.
Like, there's no doubt. That's the same art style, same everything. Like that is him.
I think it takes place. So I have two theories. One is like I've said this. I guess I texted it, but one is it's either a alternate timeline to the ending of A Link to the Past, and it's where this like weird portal stuff starts taking over, and Zelda basically has to, with Tri, I think Tri is representative of the Triforce. The Triforce itself, I think, is the essence of the Triforce, and I think it realizes that, hey, something's wrong with the timeline, and we have to fix it. And so Zelda is going to save Link, and then end up putting the timeline back on track to what it should be.
Okay.
Or the other theory I have is after Link's awakening. It's after Link returns to Hyrule. Somehow Ganon comes back. I guess you could say Star Wars.
Somehow Palpatine returns.
Yes. Somehow Ganon returns, which is very common. I mean, I have the timeline pulled up just so I can keep an eye on it. But like, we see this iteration of Ganon, like, I think it's at least 3 times. 4 if you want to count the Shadow Ganon.
Okay.
And Link's Awakening, in this section of the timeline. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities for somebody to have resurrected Ganondorf, and actually, in the spiritual successor / sequel to Link to the Past, which is Link Between Worlds, there actually is, he gets resurrected by some wizard, and so that's kind of where I think it could be if it's in the main timeline. But if not, I think it's an alternate timeline.
You think they just split it off again?
Split it off, maybe. But I could see it being like a split, and then like the end is getting it back on track, so it's not like a whole new branch.
Okay, because I obviously don't know as much about Zelda as you guys do, but this definitely just screams. I don't want to say it's after Link to the Past, because you obviously you kill him at the end of the game, like he's dead. So this would have to be, he'd have to be resurrected pretty quick.
Yeah, but that happens. Like Link Between Worlds, like I said, it happens a good bit after, but it's not great. Like he gets, I think I have to replay the Oracle games, but I feel like he comes back in the Oracle games. I think they get, and that's like a direct sequel to Link to the Past, because it goes to Link to the Past, and then the Oracle games, and then after that it's the Link's Awakening. So, I mean, Ganondorf being resurrected is literally Ganon such.
Well, yeah, that happens all the time. He's been back how many times now?
Yeah, so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he's resurrected after Link's Awakening, and this is when this happens.
Okay.
But I don't know. So.
Oops, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, because I mean, this part is why I lean towards that. The kind of altered timeline thing is because this looks straight out of the final fight.
For Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first thought. That is the final.
Yeah.
Final thing for Link to the Past.
Like she's in the crystal and everything. Like.
But was she in a crystal for Link to the Past though?
I'm pretty sure. I'm playing through it again, and like right now, actually, I decided I'm gonna.
She was okay. So this 100% is Link to the Past then. Because like even looking.
So if you want to pause it here, actually, I saw on Twitter somebody circled the castle The little island is where your camera's at, where the little entrance is. And then the kind of back to the left mountain range all lines up perfectly with the Link to the Past map.
Yes.
Along with those stones in the middle. So this is 100% Link to the Past Hyrule.
Yes. Yeah, because that little cave here, that was the ferry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was Upgrade Mommy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So.
Don't they zoom back more? They do. Yeah, that's what I thought. They show more.
Yeah. So it's 100% that Hyrule.
Because they even have, like, you can see there's an entrance here on Death Mountain too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Upgrade Mammy. But no, that 100% is that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
I know, me too.
That's going to be awesome, dude. This new Zelda game. And like the art style too. I love Link's Awakening because of the art style. I think this is going to be right up there, man. This looks beautiful.
It does. It really does.
Hello, everyone. I'm AG.
Yeah, in the gameplay, I love how it's more puzzle focused because that's totally Zelda. Like, I'm glad they didn't just be like, oh, let's give Zelda a sword and make it just a Zelda game. You know, like it plays differently because she's a different character. She's you know, the Triforce of Wisdom, so you're gonna have to think more when you play her game.
Yeah. What were the other two, John? I don't ever remember playing as Zelda in any of the Zelda games I've played.
No, it's so the only actual it's not even actually the CDI, yeah. Cadence of Hyrule isn't a Zelda game, it's a crossover with an indie game.
Okay.
And then the CDI game is we don't want to talk about, and it's not part of the canon timeline.
We don't talk about it.
It's horrendous. It has nothing to do with Zelda. It was back in a time when Nintendo was kind of experimenting with lending out their IPs, and it was bad. It was for the Philips CDI, and it was horrendous. But no, actually playing a Zelda in a true Nintendo-made Zelda game.
Listen, this is the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hyrule Warriors, could you count?
Yeah, I guess you can count that too, but
you can.
You have a lot of. You could, I guess, but like, this is a true Zelda game, like dungeons. You know, 2D.
Because Hyrule Warriors, that was more of a. That's also like not a crossover game, but that was.
It's a Dynasty Warriors game.
Dynasty Warriors, yes.
Yeah. So.
What's up, Schmaltz? How are you? No, I love the way they did the Echo stuff. Though that looks sick.
Yeah.
I do like how the fairy's name is Tri, though.
Yeah, that's why I think he's the essence of the Triforce.
Well, I mean, because even look behind it. Its tail is the Triforce. It's the three pieces.
Yeah, and actually,
it's 4 pieces. Never mind, it's 4.
So it's actually, if you look carefully at the trailer, I noticed this. I was like really proud of myself for noticing this. But if you watch it, continue watching it, you see that each piece, when she uses one of the echoes to like place something down, one of the pieces disappears. So that's how many things you can place at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so you upgrade that, I'm assuming, and it gets longer tail as you play. Because if you hit play and keep playing it, you'll see one of the triangles will go to where she's placed something.
Slingblade, how are you?
And then it will sit there until you recall it, I guess, or whatever. So yeah.
I just want to point out that I hate Alicia. Because I said, oh, there's 4 pieces to the tail, and she goes, oh, so it's the Triforce.
Her kingdom.
So
by waving
yeah, I
the
think it's this.
tri-rod at a table,
After she grabs the table to put down,
imitation of it,
you can see how this mechanic.
So when you put one down, it does. Oh,
yeah, the tail disappears one, and it goes to.
So you can't have like 80 things out.
Yeah. So I was wondering that, and I'm glad I realized that, because you can. I'm assuming you get a huge upgrade on the tail as you play, and you can place more stuff.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Things like water blocks. How you use them separately or
together. Do you remember in Oblivion, way back when it came out before the updates and before it was patched and all that, they had the paintbrush glitch? Did you ever see that?
I did not. That is your wheelhouse. I'm not a.
So back when Oblivion came out, you could duplicate things if you were to drop it and shoot it with an arrow while it was in the air. it would give you as many of those items. They would just pop out. It would duplicate for as many arrows as you had in that stack, or something along. It's been 10
Sounds
some
very
years,
different,
and it's been like 10 plus years since I've even done that glitch. So I might be a little rusty, but paintbrushes didn't have weight. If you dropped a paintbrush when the game came out, it would float. And so people would make like 80 or make like 800 paintbrushes. They would drop them, and you could make staircases to anywhere in the game through paintbrushes. And I was kind of thinking with this, like with the water, like you could just, go up to the top of a mountain if that's where the final boss battle would be or something like that,
Yeah.
So that makes sense because that you could break Oblivion and you could beat the entire game in about 5 minutes by getting one paintbrush, arrows, and just making a staircase up, and you could jump through. There's a tower in Imperial City where you could jump through the top of it, and there's a door that would take you to the final boss fight.
That's really stupid.
And so you could beat the game so fast. And when I saw this mechanic, I was kind of like, I wonder how long until someone paintbrushes this, It's kind of like,
it's
kind of my thought there. But no, that's a good catch then that you
that
noticed that, because that went right by me.
Yeah, it did the first couple times I watched the trailer too, and then I was watching somebody break this video down, and I was like, oh wait, I think.
Oh, so someone else noticed it. Now you're taking credit.
No. I noticed it while he was. He didn't even mention it. I noticed it because he was playing it like slower.
Yeah.
Back up a little bit. To where the desert house was. So
I agree, Sling, but how people find those glitches is insane.
Pause it. There's just like one frame right there. So if you look up in the top left corner, you see a Gerudo.
Yes.
That is really big because there has never been, or there's been very few instances where Gerudos have been in the 2D Zelda games.
Oh, really?
Which is why it leads more to my theory that it's after the Oracle games, because it's in the Oracle games that you see them. And we'll see another instance of that here in a little bit, but I just thought that was interesting.
Okay.
Because we don't see them.
And that was Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. They were on Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at me. I know Zelda stuff.
Yeah, you're getting there, dude.
Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw a rock echo, for example.
I like this mechanic, how she fights
That's
by just...
not all, though.
Yeah.
Also create echoes
Thank you,
of
Faith.
monsters.
I am big brain.
After doing so, they'll fight by your side.
Welcome back, Rogman.
Monsters have different abilities.
No, this looks super cool how you can have these things fight for you.
Yeah.
Wisdom
Which means then that you could you can have up to 4, in theory, 4 monsters fighting with you.
Yeah, and who knows how many upgrades.
Rogman73 has just subscribed.
Hey, Rogman with the Prime sub for 9 months. What are we naming the baby, dude? What are we naming our Twitch baby? Thank you so much for the Prime for 9, though. Appreciate you, bro. Dude, the new Zelda looks awesome, doesn't it?
This part I think is interesting because I think it just goes to show how very Tears of the Kingdom-esque this game is going to be, in the sense of like there's so many different ways you can solve stuff, because like right there to fight those birds, she put the meat down to bait them and then planted some type of like piranha plant type enemy that would then grab them. And I just think that that type of comboing of items is going to play really huge into like this whole puzzle-esque game that they're putting together, which I think is really cool. So
yeah. Situation. Wisdom is key after all.
So monsters only took up
after all
1.
Yeah, it seems like every.
But wait, hold on.
After all.
You see, there's 2. There's 2 there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't notice that. So maybe there's.
Okay, I see. Well, the math wasn't mathing because you get 1 back from the meat, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, there's 1. How did that would mean there was 5? But no, that makes sense because then this one comes back.
Yeah,
right
there
there.
Could be 5. I mean, like I said, I bet by the end of the game you have an upgrade to like however many. Like you could probably get more as you play. But yeah, no, that's a good pick. That's a good point. I didn't know.
Yeah, so monsters take up 2 things.
either monsters or like certain special items that might do a lot of, power or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, dude, the Zelda timeline's a freaking mess.
it is. It really is.
It truly is a mess. Back up?
So back to the Zoros. Because this is huge too.
Just tell me when.
Right.
In a Hyrule without Link?
There?
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is huge too, because we hardly have ever seen both the river and sea Zoros in the same game. This is big, and especially like this whole, I'm assuming this conflict between the two. Either that or some people I think have said maybe like a Romeo Juliet type thing where like it's
Romeo. Oh, Romeo.
But this is big because typically in the timeline, we only see one or the other. And like I said, this is why it lends, again, to the theory that this is after the Oracle games, and then being after Link's Awakening, is that the Oracle games, it's the only other time we see the Zoras in the 2D, like the sea Zoras, like the good ones in the 2D art style. So combine, that with the Gerudo and some of the other things we've seen, that's why I kind of think it's after the Oracle games.
Okay. Yeah, so Sling Blade on Kick was like the dude on the left looks very Link to the Past. That's what kind of what we're saying is I think this takes place in that timeline. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
the Ganon, we're not going to click on it and load it up here, but you can see in the preview window that the Ganon that they show for this game is the same exact Ganon for Link to the Past. Yeah. It's the same exact one.
The fate of the kingdom.
That one's interesting too, the Deku scrub there, because that's the same Deku scrub from Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
Or one of them. So like that model, like the same design. So that's interesting. I mean, that doesn't matter too much because Ocarina of Time is where the split happens. So
yes, so that would make sense.
But
yeah, I'm so excited, man. Because like that straight out is out of almost Ocarina of Time as well.
Yeah, the Deku Tree does look very
Ocarina of Time-esque.
Yeah, it would be the stun of it though, but that would, oh geez, that would that would really screw things up because that I don't think plays into anything unless you go to the missing hero timeline, which is Wind Waker. So
in Wind Waker though, it was in that cave, so it was in a different spot entirely.
Yeah. Well, so no, that's part of the flooded Hyrule. It's one of the beauties of the Zelda timeline is because of the afterthought of the games. The maps don't 100% line up 1-to-1. But if you look at roughly where the island where the Deku Tree is, it would be where the Lost Woods would have been in Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And so the thing is like the Deku Tree from Wind Waker is the seed that gets planted after you beat the first dungeon and the Deku Tree dies in Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
That's the seed grew up to become the Wind Waker Deku Tree.
My thing is, I'm trying to think. I don't remember, and you might know this, like in Ocarina of Time and in Wind Waker and all that, there wasn't a platform with the Triforce in front of it. Correct?
Wind Waker.
I don't think there was. The only time I remember a platform in front of it is in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I think specifically with the Deku's Tree.
There wasn't. Okay.
I think there wasn't in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look
because like
at
that's where you would put the
so.
Master Sword for the sword trials and like pull it out of, and Breath of the Wild.
But that's clearly not the case here.
No, it's different, but it's the only time that I've ever seen a platform in front of it.
No, yeah, you'd be right. I think that's I like I said, I have to look back, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
God dang it, Zach! He hasn't responded to my message. What a turd.
I know. I texted him like 2 hours ago and was like, "Yo, what do you think of this direct?" So
is now in Zelda's hands.
Was that a stone like?
No, it's probably a stone boss of some sort. It looks like a hand coming out, and
I guess there is a hand. I saw that, and it looked like the center stone
Yeah, I do see it looks like a Tears of the Kingdom like for
It
sure.
does. It really does. But they don't have hands, so that couldn't have been that.
Yeah. It looks like it just looks like some type of giant stone golem boss.
Okay.
Looks like she's at the end of a dungeon of some sort, so.
For the first time, it's actually the Legend of Zelda. I know.
Yeah.
It would have been so funny if they would have called it Legend of Link.
I would have loved that.
That would have been so funny. The Legend of Link.
How was that? I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the echo ability, which channels
No,
Princess Zelda's
that game
wisdom.
looks super
There
dope,
are
though.
a
I'm
lot
excited.
of echoes in this
Yeah.
game.
I'm
Very,
To be
very
honest,
excited.
I haven't counted them all yet.
Really looking forward to it.
Also, my Breath of the
To be
Wild and
honest,
Tears of the
I
Kingdom
haven't-
brain, I see this and I go, oh, look, there's a Korok. That one rock. I'm like, it's a Korok. Let's go.
Haven't counted
Watch
them
them
all
put
yet.
900 Koroks in this game.
You know what? I'd be
Some
okay with
puzzles
it.
and battle enemies will change
I really
depending
would
on the
be.
echoes used. In short, we've created a game where
I
each
do like
player's
how the things that you
experience will
summon.
be
Oh,
different.
so right here, Logan.
In short,
That's-
we've
That one took
created a game
3.
where Each player
Yeah.
That
So
one
it
has
must
3
be like-
above it. So
there
yeah.
must be a level system to like, and that makes sense because, well, first off, one thing that's really cool is redeads. I don't think we've ever seen in 2D, so that's really cool to see them, and it makes sense why that would cost 3 to use because of how powerful it is.
Yes.
Like you see how it stuns all the enemies and it's
Yep.
probably gonna wipe them all out pretty easily.
So I wonder though if you're gonna be able to upgrade or if it's gonna be stuck at 4 because like Alicia said, the Tri-Force. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're stuck at 4. Maybe Alicia brought up a good point.
Oh, you know what too is if you look up at the top right hand where you pick the item, it actually shows the amount it costs.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you probably could upgrade it a bit because my theory is like to keep you from progressing too far and like skipping too much.
will be different.
They're gonna have things where like you have to
Legend of
build
Zelda,
more
Echoes of
stairs, but you don't have enough pieces of the triangle pieces to like build that high. Stuff like that, like to kind of prevent you from skipping too much of it. But I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm excited either way. No, I know, Alicia. I said to make the joke. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom's so good though, man. I love it. But I'm pumped, man. This
is gonna be awesome.
This has got me excited. And it comes out September 26th. So Chad, I guess I know what we're streaming September 26th. What day of the week is that? Is that a Friday? Alexa, what day of the week is September 26th?
September 26, 2024 is on a Thursday.
It's on a Thursday. So it comes out on a Thursday. So I guess we're going to be streaming on a Thursday. Has anyone checked the entire video to see if there's always 4? Ooh, I mean, I guess just even looking here, you got 1, 2, 3. There's a 4th one right here at the end of the wand. I've only seen 4 throughout the entire thing.
It'd be interesting. I have to go back and.
There was 3 at the start. Was there?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, I can see that because there was
like,
3 at the. Yeah, when you first find Try, there was 3. I guess that is true because I had to go back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
Receives
Yeah,
a
so,
mysterious
Yeah.
so yeah, you must for sure upgrade it then.
Yeah, because I went back and forth a few times looking at this, and the next scene there was 4. Oh, there'll be a physical copy of it. Yeah, Nintendo's gonna put it out on a cartridge for sure. Yeah, because then the next time you see it, there's 4.
For sure.
But they never show it going past 4 though. So like, I almost wonder if.
By waving the tri-rod at a table she
I just think it'd be weird, like if
Because
they
even
did an
here it
upgrade
only shows
system.
3. So when you first find it, this is obviously a tutorial. When you first find it, there's 3.
Yeah. I feel like if you're gonna do an upgrade system, only giving 1 upgrade seems a little weird. I would probably guess there's gonna be
an echo.
like
Once you learn
6.
an
I think you
echo
can
is-
double it.
Or, hear me out. Instead of adding more to this, there's a level up system where you can lower the cost of summoning.
That would be interesting. I think that's definitely possible.
Because they never show it past 4.
You can
That's true, but they could just be showing early game stuff to like keep from spoiling stuff.
I mean, maybe, but even here, like you see 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th
like-
one floating at the end of the wand.
Yeah, because like I wonder too, like what other like items, if any, we're gonna get. Like, is this like you know, obviously the main mechanic is this ecosystem that they're talking about, and collecting these and using these. But are we going to get any other items, or, you know, I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. Like, and obviously it's clear they have heart pieces, so you're going to be collecting those.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know you can't see Kick Chat, but Sling Blade over on Kicks is I feel like it's going to be like a heart piece like situation. Once you collect enough, it gives you another Triforce piece.
Yeah, I could see that too. That's actually a really good point. Like maybe
you pick up 3 and it gives you another,
a full one or something. Yeah. That would be cool. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Also, I love the Switch Lite, dude. I want this.
Dude, I know.
And also, I just kind of noticed as well, right here where my mouse is circling, it says nom. Nom, 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 nom.
They all do.
Do they really?
Let me pull one out quick.
Nom, 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 nom.
What's this on the Joy-Cons?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, I don't need a Switch Lite for any reason, but
I don't either.
So good next to my Tears of the Kingdom Switch.
I don't need one at all as well, but I feel like this would be cool for like 2 ways. No, the Switch Lite is not OLED, is it?
No, it's
I didn't
not.
think so. I didn't think they had an OLED Switch Lite. One, this would be awesome just to keep boxed up on the shelf as a collector piece, or 2, just to have to, like, you know, have a second Switch of some sort.
Yeah, there has been some times where I'm like, you know what, getting a Switch Lite for like traveling and like going places like for the weekend instead of bringing a whole Switch would be kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know. But this is definitely very tempting.
Sasha goes, I just got the new Zelda OLED when they dropped it last year. You mean to tell me now I need this?
I know. I gotta complete it.
I mean, dude, you don't need it.
I know, I don't need it either. But I got my 3DS too, is the gold Link Between Worlds 3DS. Having all 3 of those together, so nice.
I mean, I want this so bad though, dude. Absolutely want this so bad.
Yeah.
I know, I use the term need very loosely as well. I said earlier when they showed this, it's like that SpongeBob episode where he goes into Sandy's dome and sees the water. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. That's basically me with this.
The funny thing is, though, he actually needs that water or he's going to die.
I know, he does need it. Oh, Zach is not responding. Kind of. What's up? Logan and I are in Discord discussing the new Zelda trailer on stream. Wanted to know if you would
the
be
Xenoblade skin?
interested
That's
in
actually
joining.
That's cool. I have,
but it's golden pretty. It is.
It is very.
It is.
Awesome.
Your wife owns both 3DS Zelda editions. I mean, yeah. There is a new Zelda trailer. Yeah, they announced a new Zelda game where you play as Zelda, but it's in the. It's in the no, Zach.
Oh,
no, someone on TikTok is asking about it. Yeah, they just announced this today. I'm just gonna let it run through as we talk because.
Do it.
Why not? Because yeah, Zach's not even in the call, so.
Yeah, this looks so good.
I know, I'm so excited, man. But yeah, you play as. So we're in agreement, and this takes place after Link to the Past.
Yeah, it's just a matter of where, like.
So there's no chance this takes place before, though.
No, I don't think so.
So we're both in agreement it's after.
Yeah, because there's no established hero until Link to the Past. Like, the Link in Link to the Past is the first established hero since Ocarina of Time. So for this to be before it kind of break the canon of the timeline. It's just a matter of where after. Like I think you could fit it, honestly. I think it's got to be. It's after Link to the Past, but I'm fairly certain it's before A Link Between Worlds.
No,
so
they haven't said. Someone on TikTok says I thought they said it was after Two Worlds. They never said it was after anything.
Yeah, as far as I know, they have not confirmed it yet, and Nintendo doesn't really confirm the timeline much anymore. It's really funny. They gave us the Hyrule Historia, and gave us the definitive timeline, and then.
But doesn't
Breath
it
of the
say on
Wild-
there like the timeline's up for interpretation and imagination or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is but it's just funny because they did, and then they immediately came out with Breath of the Wild and broke the timeline they created, and let it's just back to whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, there he is. What up, Mr. Zach?
Oh, not much.
So Sasha, they've already said they're not doing DLC for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm not a Metroid fan, Sling Blade, so I have no desire for that. But Zach, I want your opinions on this. Also, Allie, how are you?
So, like the entire direct, or just
Zelda? I mean, if you want to give your opinions over the whole direct, but Logan and I have been doing a deep dive into the Zelda trailer, where he's just like, "Yeah, pause it here," and we've been discussing for the last 15 minutes. We've just been talking about Zelda.
Yeah. I've recorded a video that I hope to get out tomorrow.
Oh, and where can we find that YouTube video, Zach?
Oh, we'd be able to find it on West Zone Entertainment.
Oh, you mean a channel that you could link in chat and have people go subscribe to see your thoughts on there as well?
Can I? Yeah.
Also, Zach, I haven't gotten a chance to tell you in voice chat or on a call yet, but congrats on monetizing on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Congrats on that
awesome,
YouTube
dude.
partner.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So just general thoughts on the direct. That was a lot of weird surprises.
Yeah,
You know what my favorite non-Nintendo IP thing was, though?
What's that?
Looney Tunes Sports.
I should have known
That's
that.
fair.
When I watched it, I should have known that.
Looney Tunes Sports is going to be great.
Oh, yeah?
This game comes out. So this game is a new Zelda game. It comes out September, what was it, 16th? I already forgot.
Or 26, I think.
26th or 16th. It has a 6 somewhere.
World.
Yes, you can summon in monsters to fight for you. It's the 26th. Okay. There you go, guys. There's Zach's YouTube channel right there.
I'm about to play Pokemon and Zelda. I gotta catch all the monsters.
You almost have to, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's very interesting. Like I'm very happy that they decided to use the Link's Awakening remake assets again.
I love it.
And I'm sure that Logan pointed it out. But when you're sitting there overlooking the kingdom at the entrance there, that's very obviously a Link to the Past.
You know what? Logan didn't point that out to me. I caught that first.
Yeah, he did. I was watching him.
I
react
caught
to it,
that.
and he caught that.
I caught that immediately when they showed Ganon, and then I also knew it when it was. So you think this is Logan and I were talking? Also, Zach, what is that boss? What is that monster? That's not a like because it has an arm and a hand.
No way. I mean, it could be. What's the? Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name. I can't believe it.
You think it's a stone Hinox? I don't think it is.
The Talus, the stone Talus.
Oh, it could be a
Talus of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not see that Sling Blade. No. You hate this art style, Allie? How?
I think it's awesome.
It is the cutest art style I've ever seen in the game.
Yeah, I'm really.
It could be a Talus of some sort, but no, I caught on right away that it was. It was in Link to the Past era. I was proud of myself for that.
Where do you think this sits, Zach? Like specifically, if you had a.
This one? Oh man, dude! Like the timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I imagine that it's probably like sometime after Link's Awakening, which is kind of anachronistic to even think about. But ironically, it might even be before.
Yeah,
maybe this is the thing that like causes Link to go on his journey. I don't know.
That would be cool. Yeah, I've said it's for sure after Link to the Past and for sure before Link Between Worlds, but I think it could go anywhere in there. Like I think part of me thinks it could be in between seasons in Link's Awakening. Obviously the ages and seasons are kind of right back to back, but like
I think that this is definitely still like Link's Awakening. I don't think it's a Link Between Worlds. I don't think it's that far gone.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
But
the boss looks like Ocarina of Time. The boss is just straight up Link to the Past. That is Ganon from Link to the Past. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's just who that is.
That's the Fallen Hero timeline game.
Yeah, the Fallen Hero timeline.
Yeah, that is Ganon from Link
Yeah.
to the Past, 100%.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the direct was very, very cool. I'm very happy to see that Dragon Quest 3 remake is coming out.
Yeah, that looks cool. I think I'm gonna get that.
Mm.
I've been wanting to get into the Dragon Quest series.
See, I didn't
It's
have
a
a desire
great
for
series.
that either. My big things, I'm excited for the Looney Tune game because that looks awesome. I want a DLC where you can play as either Michael Jordan or Bill Murray and you just make a Space Jam. I am excited for Mario Party.
Yeah.
Was it Mario Party Jamboree?
Yeah, that looks awesome.
That looks amazing. And then the fact that it has that 20-player almost battle royale style game mode, I think is going to be sick. And that'll be really fun too, to bring in people from chat and have community game night where we can see,
That'd be great.
see like who can end up winning the most games or whatever. It's going to be
That'd be
super
awesome.
fun. All right, Alicia, have yourself a fantastic night. Stay safe in those storms. All right.
Speaking of the Looney Tunes stuff, I thought it was really funny today when I was watching it live. They announced the Switch Sports update for basketball, and I was like, "Yo, Space Jam, let's go!" And then literally 3 reveals later, or however long it was, they showed the freaking basketball Looney Tunes game, and I was like,
No,
"That's
did you
hilarious."
see what I said? When they showed the Disney stuff, they're like, "Oh yeah, cartoon." I'm like, "Wait,
Oh, yeah,
cartoon
yeah.
like Bugs Bunny? I get to play as him?"
No, yeah, I did notice that, and I was sitting there. I was like, "That's really funny for what's about to happen."
And then it was 2 reveals later. It was Bugs Bunny. I'm like, "Where's Bugs Bunny? This is bull crap." When they showed Mickey Mouse and all the Disney, I'm like, "I want to play as Bugs Bunny and like Daffy Duck." And then 2 trailers later, they showed that, and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
When they showed Donkey Kong Country Returns, one of the things that I'm fairly certain that I said was something along the lines of, "Oh, well, that's been made by Retro, who I'm fairly certain is working on Metroid Prime 4 right now, but we're probably not going to see that anytime soon."
Ha ha. What's up, Samantha? How are you?
Jordan, I know you're not a Metroid guy, but just for some context, that game was announced the year the Switch came out.
Yeah,
In 2017.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was it was one of the end title card, little just showing the title of the game. It's been in development hell for the longest time.
Yeah, that was one of the games that they were like, and one more thing, we're working on Metroid Prime 4, and everybody immediately died because they couldn't believe that they were still caring about Metroid.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, it's been that long. The developer, it's just been through some really crazy development hell. But
Coda Bear, how are you, bro?
One other thing I'm low-key really excited for.
What about Thor really excited for?
Is the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Ha! See, Loki and Thor. I was right.
They're actually not in either of them. So, but I'm not.
But Marvel.
I'm trying to get into fighting games. I appreciate the genre and I watch it, but I'm just not personally good at it. But Marvel vs. Capcom is one of the most influential fighting games there is out there. And MVC2 has been stuck in this weird delisted and not accessible state in a long time. I think it's been almost 10 years. 10 to 12 years. And so for them to release that is huge because for most fighting game fans, they had been content with Marvel vs. Capcom was dead. It wasn't coming back. Marvel wasn't going to throw their ring into the fighting game thing anymore, and they were just going to kill the franchise. But the fact that we get this collection is really, really sick.
See, fighting games, that's one other thing I have no desire to play.
Yeah, I really am not into fighting games as well. But
I just want to point out, by the way, to both of you guys, I hate that you both live far away because that'd be super fun to have this in person like we did that one time.
I know.
Yeah, that was a great. My favorite thing about that was, that was was when I 100% completely correctly identified that Tears of the Kingdom was going to be delayed.
Yep. That's true. 'Cause that was what, 2019?
Yeah.
I think that was 2021.
Would have been.
No.
Yeah, because that was during the pandemic.
Oh, was it?
Because I had already moved away at that point. So.
Oh.
That's
and I was with my then girlfriend, now wife.
Aww.
Yeah. So
oh, by the way,
would've had to
happy
have been-
anniversary.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
thank you.
like what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Because it was June
awesome.
3rd.
Okay, yeah. Happy anniversary to both of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
See, that's just another reason why you guys should go follow Zach's YouTube channel. As,
Yeah, 100%. And you
as
know,
an anniversary
it's,
present.
definitely
to him.
not going to be in the chat right now.
No, speaking of YouTube monetization, I have made 50 cents a day on YouTube. Let's go.
Dude, I've made like 5 cents a day.
Let's go. We're both making bank.
Yeah, I am dying without stupidly explained.
Oh my god.
But
dude.
you know what? Screw it. I'll announce it here. July 6th. Look on the channel. There might be something there.
Alrighty.
Be on the lookout for something stupid if you catch my drift.
I don't know. You might know explain it better.
I'm gonna say it. You struck gold with that series.
Yeah.
Like, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching all of them. Like,
John says that my YouTube videos are just constantly streaming in the background. I love it. Where's Legend of Link? Bro, I want Legend of Link. That'd be so funny if they called it that.
Well, then it would be LOL.
Or LOL. Who was it? Alicia, I think, made the joke, or someone that made the joke. Like, oh, they should call it a missing link instead of Echoes of Wisdom. The missing link would have been so funny. That was Faith. Faith said it. That was right. Yep.
There was an old YouTube. There was like a movie that like a bunch of college students, or maybe they were high school students, doesn't matter, did, and it was they called it The Legend of Link, and it was like a comedy movie from like 2008. And it was hysterical. I doubt that still exists, but
I mean, if you ever find it, send it to me.
I will see what I can do. But it's a lot of that like early Nintendo humor is in there.
Okay.
Like there's like a scene where Link is going to go buy a shield, and he's got to go collect some rupees or whatever, and he's only got like 90. Like the shopkeeper sits there and like counts out the rupees like one by one.
Iana_Murray731 has just subscribed.
I can't hear
What
you.
is your favorite version of Link?
Ayana with the tier 1 for 5 months. Thank you. Favorite version of Link? I mean, like Wind Waker, probably. He's super funny in that. But thank you for the 5.
Question. Zach, what would yours be? Your favorite?
My favorite version of Link. That's a good question. Probably Ocarina of Time. Like that's just like.
Yeah.
Like
I think personally.
Game is just.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, you're cutting out.
No, that's okay.
I think I would probably say Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Purely because of one cutscene from Breath of the Wild where Link is like, you see him like just killed like 30 Lionels in the background, and like just like that is so freaking sick, and like that's the most like epic we've seen.
Here,
Link.
should I do this for you, Logan? That was so freaking bad.
There you go. So I would say that, but second for sure is like Link to the Past.
See, I just think he's so expressive in Wind Waker. His facial expressions are so funny.
I love Wind Waker Link.
Yeah.
What's my favorite monster to fight from all Zelda games? I mean, it's super fun going Lionel hunting.
There is no mercy, only Gleeok.
Oh god. I was saying, like, I love going Lionel hunting in Breath of the Wild. That's fun.
Lionel's good.
But I also feel like they made Lionel significantly harder in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, so speaking of Tears of the Kingdom, like the whole joke of like there is no mercy, only Gleeok, comes from like my encounter of running into a Gleeok in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like I already kind of knew that Gleeok like kicked my ass in the original Zelda, and so it was like, and then so I see in the distance, it's like, you know, in Tears of the Kingdom, I see like the 3-headed creature, and I'm like, that's a Gleeok.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere near that.
Dude, Gleeoks are actually
they're scary, dude.
They're awesome.
I still get wrecked by them.
Yeah, See, I've gotten really good at fighting Gleeoks in in Tears of the Kingdom.
I would imagine so.
Well, I looked yesterday. I have 570 hours in Tears now, or something like that.
Yeah. For my first playthrough, which is about the only playthrough I've been able to do so far, and I had 200 hours in the game, which is crazy.
I can
for
believe
me.
it. I can believe it. Oh, Zach, I was gonna ask you, the thing that Link falls into and disappears, right? Where does that go, do you think?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this.
Oh, you mean like at this
Like the
part of
purple, like the purple rift thing that opens up and he falls into. Where does that? Where do you think that goes? You're not a fan of the art style? I love it. I think it's so cute. The Dark World.
I mean,
but...
you know, the lame answer would be the Dark World, but
yeah, that's what.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
thinking.
Tom.
That's like he just said that. The lame answer would be the Dark World, as he says it in chat.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it too. Like low rule, dark world type stuff.
Yeah, I don't know for certain.
Which also would tie in with Link to the Past, then, right?
It's probably gonna be something. Honestly, like just throwing this out there as like a guess, it's probably gonna be something similar to the Dark World, but it's not. It's going to be the Dark World, but it's not going to be the Dark World. Like it's going to be like the Phantom World or something something
Phantom
else.
Ganon.
Yeah.
No, I can see it being Dark World because
Phantom
that also is another tie-in then to Link to the Past.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Phantom Zone like Danny Phantom.
Gotta catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
I think it would be low rule. It would just be. It wouldn't be like the Dark World or like this is my guess right now. It's not going to be like the Twilight Realm. It's not going to be the Dark World. It's not going to be low rule. It's going to be like some new weird mirror dimension that's called like the Phantom Zone or whatever.
Gotta catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
Point. That would be sick if it was the Twilight Realm.
It would be, but that would require.
That's a different timeline, though.
Well, not only that would require them to actually care about the lore of the series.
Very true. That's very true.
Yeah, Pablo, same exact art style, and I'm so excited for it. I love this art style.
On top of that, there's really nothing right now that like hints that it would be the Twilight Realm.
No, I think the Dark World makes the most sense.
Yo,
Dark World does make the most sense to me.
Hear me out.
Well, and like I said, it's not going to be called the Dark World.
But why not?
I know that's such a stupid thing to like. I don't know. It's just not going to be called the Dark World.
Because the way I see it is if that's the same exact Ganon that's in Link to the Past, and it's the same map from Link to the Past, it would make sense that the Dark World would also exist here.
Because Ganon, I don't know. Let's see here. Because that actually brings up a huge question as to like, is that the same Ganon?
It looks just like it. It is the same exact design.
Well, to be fair though, that design is used throughout the whole Fallen Hero timeline. Like that's the Zelda 1.
But even when they first show the trailer, like even the room that you're in looks like the final boss fight.
That's the thing.
And so it almost looks like they take the Link to the Past game, like the end of it, and during that boss fight, he opens up this rift and creates almost another timeline.
Yeah.
And then that's where this game would take place.
What also is interesting to me is, I mean, you can see it in this box art, is the sword that Link wields in the first part is not the Master Sword, and it's not the generic sword from Link to the Past, is it?
Yeah, it looks like the sword from Spirit Tracks.
It does.
It's not exact because like the sword from Spirit Tracks has like on the blade it's got like train tracks running on it.
Yeah.
But
choo choo.
Yeah, I know. It's the hero of trains. Woo! Look out, folks! Here comes the hero of trains.
Choo choo, mother.
His name is Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Dank Engine, or I should say.
Oh man, what bothers me is you fight Ganon in the Dark World in Link to the Past, but I mean that's true. But it's the same exact Ganon. So maybe this would be if you fought Ganon in the normal world, and then it opens the rift.
The other thing is that you definitely like kill Ganon at the end of A Link to the Past, and I get that he can like resurrect.
Yeah, but I brought that up to Logan earlier too. I was like,
yeah,
it seems like one of those things where we're trying to break down theories. That's exactly it.
Well, don't they, Zach? you might remember more than I do because it's been a minute since I've played them. But don't they revive him in the Oracle games? Or in one of them, I thought you.
Yes, Yep. So when the Oracle games like come back together,
yeah.
At the end there, they revive Ganon. Although Ganon is the process to revive Ganon is like interrupted, and so Ganon is like he's like a mindless beast at that point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just thought of something.
But I think he's still defeated by the end of that.
No, John, what I'm saying though is like, what if, because he's saying how can he open up a portal to the Dark World in the Dark World? If this game takes place,
the darker world.
The darker world, baby. That's why it's called the Phantom Realm. No, so
I would pay
like what
a whole lot of money if it's just called the darker world.
Darker world, darkest world. And then in like a few years there's another game. It's the more darkerest world.
Yeah. The even more evil place.
But like, what if you fight Ganon? What if this is, in Hyrule instead of in the Dark World, and he opens up a rift to the Dark World, and that's where this game takes place. Like, what if it's basically like, hey, in Link to the Past you can fight him in one of two spots. Link to the Past only shows one. This one's the other.
Yeah. So
I like what Samantha says. Us trying to break down theories. Zelda makers, giggles and rich.
One thing this literally just came to me, and this could be actually crazy if this is what happens. So, Zach, you would know this. The Oracle games were originally supposed to be 3 games.
Right.
Ages, Seasons, and there was another one, and it was supposed to be kind of themed around the 3 goddesses of the Triforce.
Was it the Oracle of Echoes?
What if this
Seeds of Courage?
Oh.
Yeah. What if they're kind of revamping that idea, and this is the 3rd Oracle game?
The only reason that I would think that is not the case is because we're not seeing the oracles.
That's true. We have not seen
like if they wanted to have like the connection to the Oracle games, I would imagine that we would at least say like
what if I'm
gonna butcher these names because I've only seen them like read, but like Farore and Nehru or Din.
Yeah.
The dragons?
What if Tri is, and you find that out at the end, like kind of like the Midna reveal, like how she's not in her true form type thing, and Twilight Princess.
I mean, I just think that it's like, we could sit here and like speculate all you want. I'm just saying that it's going to be some mundane like dark world that isn't the dark world.
Yeah. Well, and another thing I'm noticing,
hold on before we move on. So someone at TikTok wants to know, is this fact or fiction? This is a real game that Nintendo announced today, and this is us speculating of where it fits in a timeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the game is real. The game is fact. We are looking at fact on the screen, but everything that you're hearing from us is speculation of what it could be or where it fits in.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just clarify.
Yeah, this is all speculatory. So yeah, what I was saying is like, what I'm noticing on this box art is Ganon has that purple aura around him.
Dark World Ganon!
Which makes me wonder if when you kill, like Link defeats Ganon in the beginning, if it's like a contingency plan type thing that Ganon has set in place, and this is like he's all behind it in some way.
It's
and
the
like
gloom effect.
Well, we know. No. You see here, what's happened here is that Ganon has sold his heart to the Heartless, and this is going to be a crossover with Kingdom Hearts.
No, even better. the portal is...
That's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
For better, Jordan, you will hate this comparison, but the portal actually leads to the lands between the worlds, which is the lands between and Elden Ring, and it dumps all of the characters into Elden Ring. That's where the DLC.
Right to jail. 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 Right away.
No.
But
just no.
No, I just
actually, this is setting up the Zelda movie that will be coming out.
Oh God, I feel like the more y'all talk about this, the more I hate it.
Well, there is a Zelda movie coming. That's real. Sadly, it's live action, and I'm not super sold on that, but we'll see.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, they have it. They have legitimately announced there's a live action Zelda movie in the making.
Is Link gonna talk in it?
Sure, he's gonna come out on screen and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm Link."
He's gonna pop in and be like, "Hey, yo, everybody."
I'm big.
It's gonna be Steve Buscemi wearing like a Link outfit. It's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm Steve. Yeah, I'm Link."
And then you got Danny DeVito as the old man telling him to take.
Ooh,
his
that'd
sword
be
with him.
cool, Shadow Killer. Hoping for a Dark Cloud type world rebuilding game, having to go into the Dark World to collect parts of Hyrule to put it all back together.
That would be a cool aspect of the game for sure.
Yeah.
That actually. Whoa, hold up. That might have some validity with the box art. If you look at that chest, it's like looks like it's fallen and it's like in the ground.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
there's
just
also
fallen
chests
from
like
somewhere.
that in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be like fixing whatever these like holes are throughout the game.
Jack Black is Tingle.
Somebody put the emote. We need the emote.
Oh God, Zach hasn't ever seen that emote.
Which emote?
My friend Pelf made a new emote, and it's twerking Tingle, but she put my face on it. Hover over that and look at it when it's bigger.
That's Jack Black in the new movie.
Oh man. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we got Zelda's just going around and putting Flex Seal on all these holes, so there's no more.
Yeah.
There's no more portals.
I'm looking around this art for literally any sign.
I am too.
Any sign at all that you can increase Tri's ability to get you like more Triforce pieces.
I would imagine so.
The main bad guy is gonna be Beetle. No, don't you dare put that evil on Beetle. We love him.
We do. He's great. Another thing is that the Hylian shield? Because it looks like shape-wise, but it almost looks like two. I don't know.
I'm fairly certain it was something else.
Yeah, because it looks like it's got almost like kanji on it instead of the Hylian crest.
This is a weird question, but I almost wonder if this is actually set in Hyrule.
Oh, it's definitely
It's very
Hyrule.
clearly. Well, yeah, it's very clearly like A Link to the Past Hyrule, but
Say it's 100%. This is Link to the Past Hyrule.
Mm-hmm.
Beetle, more like beat all.
Very
okay. But no, this is obviously Hyrule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's clearly the same Hyrule as in Link to the Past.
yeah, but
Clearly.
I mean, he's got like a shield and sword. I mean, that's not the Master Sword, which makes sense because the Master Sword is sleeping. It's not necessarily the mirror shield.
Okay, so what if it's this? What if we are all just way overthinking this, and this straight up is just a Link to the Past remake, except you play as Zelda through the entire game?
Yeah, and I 100% realize that that's just what it is,
but that's not that. You're not a true Zelda fan until you overcomplicate the lore.
100%.
I mean, I have been for the last. You realize I have been live for 2.5 hours and we've been talking about this for well over half of that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, don't go the simple route. It very well be the simple route. Like I said, like earlier, one of my theories is like this is an alternate ending. Like, what if this was how the ending played out, and you had to like fix the timeline?
Well, I don't think that this is like an alternate ending to A Link to the Past. I think that like it'll begin with like, oh no, Ganon's back. We don't know why.
Somehow Ganon is returned.
Yeah, somehow Ganon is returned.
Yeah, they're pulling a Star Wars. I saw a video where it was like someone was talking about Harry Potter. They're like, what if the Star Wars people wrote Harry Potter, and it was like somehow Voldemort returned.
Doesn't that happen though in Cursed Child?
I don't know. So YouTube says to hurt Ganon, it has to be the Master Sword. So this can't be. You can't actually hurt Ganon in this game.
It's either Master Sword or the Silver Arrows, but whatever.
Yeah, which is interesting then how Link in the beginning is taking him on without it.
Well, maybe he had the Silver Arrows. He had a bow.
But
maybe that's what he.
Slashing with a sword.
Maybe that's maybe
the magical sword in OG Zelda also works.
See, I don't know that. This is
So wait, then maybe you think that could be the magical sword, and we're looking at closer to the OG Zelda games in the timeline?
No, because the magical sword is supposed to be red with the hilt. The white sword is blue.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. The white sword.
But the shield is very weird. Like that's not like any shield in the games.
Yeah, because it's got the shape and design of the Hylian one, but it's got a different symbol.
Yeah. Which is why I was like, oh man, I wonder if this is not in Hyrule. Even though it's very clearly in Hyrule.
the Phantom Zelda game. What would that be? Just ordered the Phantom Zelda game.
Oh, the Phantom Hourglass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. I'm kind of looking at it on my own here. It is the Hylian shield in the beginning, so it must just be obscured by something.
I was saying the beginning, it looked like the Hylian shield.
It is the Hylian shield.
Yeah. Now I can see it. Now I can see the Triforce.
Yeah,
because they showed it at the very beginning. Well, here we'll just go to the beginning here where they show it clear as day.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, what I also think is interesting is he's got like a Breath of the Wild-esque hood on. And then Zelda ends up taking that for herself, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, because it seems like they're trying to get away from like the green tunic.
Yeah.
Like they're almost like thinking that it's like, not that I think that this is what they're doing, but they're like, well, we're moving on to like the next era of Zelda. Mm-hmm. And now he's got like a blue hood as compared to a green tunic.
Which, this is clearly the boss fight though from Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's clear as day.
I mean, other than the fact that, well, yeah, he just jumped there, so. Okay, so wait, so that began from, so if you go back, like to where the rift begins, it clearly emanates from the Trident of Power there.
Yes.
Yeah. It does. 100%.
Which the Trident of Power is like the Master Sword's evil counterpart.
Okay.
It doesn't come up too much. It was like far more prominent in the older games.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's up, Faith? It's closer to Link Between Worlds. For the shield, that's clearly the Hylian shield. Yeah, what about Giraham? Don't bring that tongue thing in here. No. Same Faith.
Yeah, that's Demise's sword.
Why does this look like Lego Zelda? No, this is the same art style as Link's Awakening, the remake.
No, we got Lego Horizon instead.
That actually looks dope, though.
I get it, but it was like, out of all the games to turn into Lego games.
Hey, the Horizon games are sick, though, dude.
I'm not saying that
they're
not.
So now just look at that. Is that a normal arrow in the Zelda universe, or is that a special arrow and a special bow? We did, Nick. Yeah, we saw the Mario Party, but we're like really just getting into the Zelda stuff.
It might be a silver arrow, but
it's just the bow looks very similar to like the design of the sword. It looks like it's kind of the same.
Like maybe a magic bow, but I don't know.
The room looks closer to Link Between Worlds and the shield.
Only because like Link Between Worlds was in 3D.
I feel like this is 100% Link to the Past stuff.
Well, Link Between Worlds is the same map as Link to the Past.
Yeah, A Link to the Past. Because I got those vibes as well. That it was like this seems a little bit like maybe a Link Between Worlds, but
y'all should get the Just Dance stuff pass. Yeah, so I was talking about this on stream earlier, Faith. One thing I'm really looking forward to.
Wait.
Is hold on, let me finish this thought before you say Zelda stuff. Is getting a bunch of people from stream because it has a 20 player mode and playing Mario Party with all of you guys. Okay, now I know what you want to talk about here.
That's fair, Checo.
So what?
So those there's like a whole bunch of blocks and crap in the void. Like I said, I just watched this and didn't really have much time to like dissect it.
Oh yeah, there are like this tree over here.
And low key, I know this is not it's not like a tie-in or anything, but it does look very eerily similar to the Distortion world of Pokemon Platinum.
I was thinking of that. That it really does. I was just about to say, oh, it's not the Phantom world, it's the Distortion world.
Yeah.
Weird.
So looking at this though, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at in the background, like where that would be in Link to the Past. I'm just looking at the map. There is now a Zelda Lego set. That's true.
So that in the very background, I think is the Eastern Palace, and where you find Sahasra or whatever. I never say the name right. At the very beginning, because if you look at, you got the rocks on the left hand side, that would lead you into that palace.
Yeah.
So I think that's where that's at.
No, so we are just having a absolute deep dive into this, Sophie. That's all we're doing. We are just nerding out. I got two of the biggest Zelda nerds I know out of the three. I know 3 huge Zelda nerds. These are 2 of them. And I am very not new to the Zelda franchise, but I don't know as much as these guys do. I know quite a bit, but not as much as these guys. So we're just kind of nerding out. Because yeah, this was on at 9 o'clock this morning for me, and I stream until 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not waking up to watch this, so I figured we'll just watch it on stream. So here we are. You're enjoying this so much. Good. I'm glad.
Glad, because I love this stuff. I love just deep diving into.
I ended it stream at 4. That's right. I did stream at 4 a.m. That's very fair.
Oh, did we lose that?
Did we lose what?
I might have lost Zach.
Zach!
You know what I'm also finding interesting is I got the trailer pulled up.
You had a work meeting at 8. That did work out perfect then. Absolutely.
But I find it interesting that Zelda meets Tri in the dungeon, like in a prison, which is I'm assuming the one under Hyrule Castle.
Yes.
That she's put in the beginning, but that's weird because I wonder how she gets there and why she's been put there, because if Ganon's defeated and then you see at the title screen the 2 guards come and kneel to her.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're taking her back, but then why would they put her in the prison? Or
that's fair. I never would have thought about that. But yeah, this is so, if you're looking at the Link to the Past map, this would be the southeast corner, because the ferry that you go to upgrade your stuff was in this cave right here. So this is right in front of the this would be right in front of where that ferry's at.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. I know, Sophie, honestly, same. I mean, here's the funny part is last night they were asking me in chat what I was thinking was going to come up, right? They were like, what do you think is going to be announced? And I said the one thing that I want, but I doubt Nintendo will do it, is I would love to see a Link to the Past or Minish Cap remake in the style of Link's Awakening. That is what I said last night, and just seeing this here and like the fact that they brought that map in the style of Link's Awakening, I love it. Wanted an Oracle game in that style.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, and I think that would be cool. I mean, it makes sense too, because it's the other Game Boy Color games.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Minish Cap. I was like, well, they already had Link to the Past, which was a Game Boy. So I was thinking maybe Minish Cap they would have.
I would have, for Minish Cap, I think personally, I would like for them to do it in the Wind Waker art style, because that's kind of what the pixel art's supposed to be mimicking anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool, like getting a 2D Wind Waker-esque. Obviously, they did that with the DS games, but like something a bit more polished and more 2D than trying to just make 3D models.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for this. So September 26th, huh?
Yeah, September 26th.
I'm ready, chat. I'm ready. And then do we know Nintendo probably hasn't announced when their next direct or like anything else is going to be, right?
No, I'd imagine I would imagine towards the end of the year, like November, early December-esque.
Okay.
Because I think that's gonna be where they announce the Switch 2 or whatever it's gonna be called.
The volcano's position doesn't make sense compared to the original map.
That's true. They did already announce it.
Yeah, they're like, hey guys, don't go into this expecting any news on the Switch's successor. And it's like,
yeah, they
mean
did
there's
say
a successor to the Switch? It's a really weird way to confirm that there's a successor to the Switch.
Oh,
that's a good
I think I know
point.
something else.
No,
Yeah.
that's a fair point. That doesn't make sense. You're right. I mean, we can't expect it to be 1-to-1, but no, that.
What do you mean?
He says that the position of the volcano doesn't make any sense at all when you're looking at the map for Link to the Past. Which
I mean,
I think it's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, like you could make the argument that like the volcano is behind the Lost Woods there.
Yeah, I think you can, because she's not looking straight on the castle, so I think it's the angle, possibly.
Yeah, because like we can't necessarily see what's beyond the Lost Woods there. So
yeah, because I mean, she's obviously standing somewhere. Because I mean, there was that cave, right? So
she's like standing like.
So if that cave,
I'm on my phone because my.
No, you're good. So if that cave was here, she's probably standing right where my cursor's at, looking up this way.
Yeah.
Because that cave then would be just off screen. So she'd be looking here.
Also,
whoop.
I mean, it's also like they might have like changed up the map a bit as well.
Yeah, and they easily could have done that.
They do that all the time.
Because I'm looking here. You got this little tiny island right there. You have it right here. So I mean, it would make sense if she's looking that way.
Yeah.
But that would also mean that there's a dungeon or something that they don't have either, right? Unless that would be this pillar over here.
What?
No, that'd be. Oh, there's a pillar right here on the left side of the screen, on the far left side. But that looks like it's more directly south of the castle, so that would probably be this over here then. Yeah, so the volcano that you see there would have to be above the Lost Woods.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be up here somewhere. So they're just expanding the map then?
Probably.
So that isn't Death Mountain then. Death
It's
Mountain
like,
would be this. Oh.
Well, yeah, Death Mountain, the Death Mountain range. Well.
So what volcano is that then, I wonder?
Mount Eldon.
Okay. That was a quick answer.
What is this like jungle area? Is this in the?
This is kind of cool.
Wait, I mean, technically speaking, so if you could pull up the world map of Zelda 2.
Not yet, Sophie. They haven't done anything yet.
I really doubt that this is going to line up with anything in this map, but
If they bring back Zelda 2 stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That would be amazing.
So, yeah. That definitely that one. Look at that. So, all right. So if you could scroll, okay. If you could look at the bottom left corner there.
Okay.
That entire area right there, like that little area right there,
like Spectacle Rock and Spectacle Cave.
Yep, that is supposed to be the entirety of the original Legend of Zelda.
Oh.
Right there, that little like corner of the map. And if you can zoom out, that is supposed to be the rest of Hyrule.
Interesting.
And so far, we have only had games that have explored like that little tiny corner of the map, and we've never really gone back to the rest of Hyrule.
Wait, so
That's
where
cool.
you're talking just down here then?
Yeah, just that
Yeah,
little corner.
that tiny little corner in the bottom left portion of the map. That is the entirety. Like, pull up the original Legend of Zelda map, and you will see that like that tiny little piece of land there is supposed to be the entirety of the old Legend of Zelda.
It's very like Kantoized from Gold, Silver, Crystal, but it's definitely there.
Right, like it's supposed to represent like that is like the original. Like you can see like the graveyard is there. That lake in the middle is there. Where Spectacle Rock is there.
Yeah.
This is a really high quality map right here, by the way.
Yeah, so
like,
it's
this is very high res.
Yeah.
So that tiny little piece of the map, if like I said, and if you zoom out, you can see that it's like there's just this huge world that we've never really gone back to.
Yeah.
So like even Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is supposed to take place in this little tiny corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, you know, like this is like the rest of the world or whatever, as according to Zelda 2, that they never really explored this concept again because Zelda 2 sucks.
It's not good.
You know, I really wish I was recording this VOD for YouTube or something.
But I always was fascinated by the idea of like a Zelda game that would like incorporate the rest of this map.
So Pablo, he says that down here in this lower corner of Zelda 2 is where basically every other Zelda game we've ever has take place.
Now that's an entirely like that's definitely like a simplified, like an oversimplification. Like that's where the original Legend of Zelda game takes place in.
So like North Castle right here, that wouldn't be like Hyrule Castle or anything like that.
Correct. So like in that tiny little corner there. So the other thing that I would need to pull up is the link, a link to the past map, to like really point some of this stuff out. Because like this was like the case with like the early days
right there
of Zelda. Like, yeah, so like you can see that like the lake is kind of still where it's supposed to be in like the original Legend of Zelda, and like Death Mountain is where it's supposed to be in the original Legend of Zelda. Kind of. It's not 1-to-1, but.
So just to give you guys an idea, the people talking right here, like my buddy Zach, who's talking right now, he is the biggest Zelda nerd I've ever met. This guy knows more about Zelda lore than literally anyone I know. So whatever he says, I will take as truth.
Well, and then the creepy part about this is you can see like in the original Legend of Zelda map on the left part of your screen there. Sorry, jumping around a lot. On the left part of your screen there, there's a giant graveyard there, and if you go to a link to the past's map, that's where Kakariko Village is.
Yep.
Oh.
It's built on ancient Indian burial grounds.
That's why it's cursed.
No, because a link to the past takes place before the original Legend of Zelda.
So it's actually everybody's just buried there.
Yeah, so it's implying that everyone was massacred by Ganon.
Yeah. Yep, it does.
So wait a minute though. Then where's like the castle and everything?
The castle would be like probably where Dungeon 4 is. So it would be like in that middle like.
You act like I know where Dungeon 4's at.
Sorry. So you see those two islands, right?
Yes.
He hasn't played that one yet.
The one on the left.
Okay, this one.
That's Dungeon 4.
Okay.
Thanks for proving that you didn't watch my series.
No, I did. I did, sir. And I think I commented on most of the videos, so shut your yapper. See if I ever shout out your YouTube channel again, butthole.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I think lending to your point about expanding, I think like when you look further into the trailer, I think it's 345. Is this like almost like Faron area, like from like
Where are you just watching? Oh, you just got the trailer. Okay, I got the full direct up.
Yeah, I got the whole trailer. Sorry. And it's like towards the end though. It's like the last minute or so. There's like these very tropical trees with a parrot, and then it looks like
You're talking
Zelda
this right here.
Yes, and then Zelda looks like she goes into some type of mob, like camp, almost.
Yes.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's like a tropical area like that in The Link to the Past. Is there? Also,
not in Link to the Past, no, but that kind of would make sense with Breath of the Wild down in, like you said, the Far On region.
Also, if you back it up a bit, you see Impa just kick butt. I'm assuming she's like going freaking full on. It looks like Impa to me. This like ninja lady.
I thought it was just some old dude.
It would have been right after the fire section, like be right about. Back it up a bit. Just play it from that far on looking area. She like talks to this old guy here in a sec after this. Yeah, she talks to this old guy, and then the next you see this like
with the Sheikah.
Yeah, you got the Sheikah eye on the cape.
Yeah, Sheikah eye on the cape.
Like, she does some like.
Wait. Logan, you'll probably recognize the significance.
What's up, Doomslayer? How are you?
Screen. There was a Zora and a Zola on screen.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah. No. So Breath of the Wild, Zach, do you want to explain? Someone here says, "Isn't Breath of the Wild a different timeline?" Do you just want to?
So we don't know where Breath of the Wild is in the timeline. All things considered, like the theory is that it takes place at the end of the timeline. So like this is like wrap your brain around the idea that Breath of the Wild is like so far in the future that like basically all three timelines happen.
Yeah.
And then they'll converge back into Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I've seen the running theory. I'm a firm believer in is like you have the Legend timeline, which is the original timeline that we had, and then Breath of the Wild is so far after that like it's just its own thing, and the other games happen, but maybe the details aren't as correct in like the canon because it's all legend stories and they're all kind of passed down and some details aren't correct and stuff like that. And
Tears of the Kingdom pretty much just blew apart all of them.
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny in the Hyrule Historia too how it says like they have the timeline is subject to change and it is up to the user's interpretation and imagination or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So even Nintendo says, you know what, the timeline, we're just gonna throw it away. Screw this.
I have a guidebook for Ocarina of Time, and this is Jordan, you'll find this particularly interesting, that states that the Legend of Zelda, I can't remember like what the wording was. It was something along the lines of like they have these scrolls that tell us
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it's 100% the Elder Scrolls. Like it's so weird to read it because it's like it comes out in the 90s or whatever, and they're just like there are these scrolls that tell us about these legends and things like that, and we're discovering new scrolls all the time, and like that's why we're getting like more games, because it's an opening of another one of these. I know, it's so funny to read because it's like. Wow.
Samantha goes, it's literally a choose your own adventure game.
Honestly, so this whole series kind of is.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Yeah. So, here, you guys talk. I gotta go pee super quick. You guys continue the deep dive while I use the restroom.
Good.
Yeah, so that is definitely like the one thing that's like very annoying about the lore, and I kind of made the joke earlier that it's like the one issue with the Zelda lore is that Nintendo clearly does not care about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would never release a game like Tears of the Kingdom if you actually cared about the lore of your game.
Yeah. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is like, just screw you to all the fans that had the timeline figured out. It's like, oh, you thought you had this figured out. How about this?
Yeah, hey, how about we include, the first king of Hyrule, who is the alien goat man.
Yeah.
And sorry for spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom.
But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it's interesting.
Also the imprisoning war, which has like been a defined thing in the series since A Link to the Past. We're going to completely change what that is.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just a firm believer that like they had this like they just because they made the timeline so late and they kind of haphazardly threw it together and put it in Hyrule Historia. Although I do think it works. Like they're like, you know what? We're just gonna start over.
I think that the Zelda timeline worked all the way up to Skyward Sword. Like they were clearly thinking about like getting all these games to fit into a single timeline since at least like Ocarina of Time. Since at least Wind Waker, they've been thinking about how do these all like connect.
Yeah.
And they did a very good job of like keeping up with that lore. But I think that like with the reception that Skyward Sword had, there must have been like some sort of like change in the, because the other thing is that like technically speaking, the story of The Legend of Zelda was, and I remember like thinking this as well, that it's like the story of The Legend of Zelda was over as of Skyward Sword. Because
Skyward Sword was the very beginning. It was the first one.
Yes, but like Skyward Sword introduced and this was like when they introduced the concept of the 3 different timelines with the Hyrule Historia. And so it showed that in all 3 timelines, Ganon has been ultimately defeated in all of them.
So Sean brings up a good question. Was Rauru around before Skyward Sword? So are the flashbacks in Tears of the Kingdom, is that before?
That's why I think no. I think that this is my own personal theory because we don't have any confirmation of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I think it is Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom takes place so far after every other game that like the world's basically reset.
The internet die for you too.
And it's
I'm saying if I can't get it fixed.
It's like the like first king, of Hyrule, like the Rauru stuff, like from the the past stuff you play in Tears of the Kingdom. That's all true from this new timeline because it's so far that all of that stuff basically doesn't even matter anymore. Like nobody remembers it. Like Hyrule's now being reestablished. Stuff. So that's kind of how I see it.
I would agree with you.
What?
If it weren't for the fact that like the Spring of Spring of Wisdom or Power or whatever is also in Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword.
Well, I mean that's why you could have locations.
Well, locations and stuff, but that if it's really that far after, like what you're saying, where they would reset everything and it would all be new, that would not be in any way, shape, or form even visible that long after.
But you have the same 3 goddesses, and it's still the same. It's still in essence the same world. It's just it's been so decayed, so far down the timeline that like when Rauru said, it says like Rauru the first king of Hyrule, like that timeline, that's all they know. Like that is for all they know. Like this. That's what they do. That's that's the Zonai are some race that came down and started this kingdom of Hyrule, and maybe the Zonai. This is obviously way crackpot theory, but like they are the only ones that have some tie to this original, very distant timeline, and so that when Rauru comes down to become the first king of this land, he calls it Hyrule in reference to the legends of Zelda, that they had before. But I don't know. That's my crackpot theory. I don't know if it has any validity. But yeah.
Well, so Hyrule, at least according to Ocarina of Time, is formed almost as a like as a response to the imprisoning war.
Yeah.
Because like Ocarina of Time is like set right after like there was a giant war that occurs sometime before the like 7 years before, not 7 years, however old Link is, there was a giant war right before Hyrule or Ocarina of Time begins. And this is the war that the result of it resulted in a unified Hyrule.
Okay, so Samantha in TikTok is asking, what are the designs on Link's cape right here?
That's
Squiggles.
like, yeah,
just squiggles. It has no significance.
No, but I think it does. Like, I think that's why I'm so interested in the sword, because it's got the same like teal color, and it's very like, I don't, almost like, what you look at the you look at the Breath of the Wild, like the pictures, like the art depictions of the battle, the Great Calamity, right? And you see how like they draw depicted.
Oh yeah.
It's very aesthetically similar to that, like the very like, you know, boxy line designs to make the pictures, and so like, this is why like my theory of like the timeline, how Breath of the Wild 2 The Kingdom takes place so far after that it resets, and the Zonai are the only ones that know of this original timeline.
Hold on,
is because this might be Zonai growth.
I got to cut you off for this super quick. Pablo on TikTok says your friend should definitely make Zelda content on YouTube. He is very knowledgeable. Well,
which one?
He's talking about Zach.
Oh man, you know what? I'll get right on it.
You know, it is funny you say that because he does.
He does.
Look up the YouTube channel West Zone Entertainment.
No. Just look up Stupidly Explained, because for whatever reason, that will get you to our channel better than West Zone Entertainment.
So look up Stupidly Explained Zelda.
Yeah.
Look for the channel West Zone Entertainment, and he definitely does make Zelda content on YouTube. So if you want to look that up, that is his channel. He has that all there, but he is very knowledgeable. That's why I brought him in here. I brought these two in because Zach is the biggest Zelda nerd I know, him and Weston.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Logan, I'm like, Logan, you are very knowledgeable, but I think you and I both know that Zach knows more than both of us combined.
Zach does know more than me, but I'm there. Hey, I'm right up there. Okay.
I never said you weren't. I just said that Zach knows more than both of us combined. You know, I'm not saying that you're not knowledgeable. I'm just saying that Zach is so far above us.
When you say me, like me and you combined, though, that's like, you know, like 2%, and I know like. The rest,
you know, 2%. You know what? I know enough to have put together that was Link to the Past Ganon, Link to the Past map. Like all right, there you go. Pablo subscribed to you on YouTube. He found you.
Honestly, like,
let's go.
Honestly,
bring us up to 119.
Nice. Get him to 120.
I thought you had more than 119.
At one point in time, I think I had like I think the highest I've had so far is like 1,123. And
I was gonna say you were over 1,000.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, that's 1,123.
Oh, okay. So you're talking 1,119.
Oh, I was like, dang, you got.
I was like, what happened? Like, how did you lose 900 subs?
They've been betraying me left and right.
I'm sitting there like, what is going on?
Mad. Like,
betrayal.
Zach, how dare you stop making Stupidly Explained?
That's funny.
Yeah, so
dance for me, monkey.
Samantha says, look up Twilight Princess portals. It's the same color. It may just be a subtle nod, but it's very convincing. Talking about
that's true.
And Tarmona brought that up as well. He said Twilight Princess. And actually, I guess I don't really see it. Very similar design on Midna's helmet.
Yeah.
Looking at this amiibo, it is a very similar.
That's true.
It's very possible that the Twitter
Here, let
could
me
be invited to this. Oh,
I don't know if this will show well.
That would be.
But there you go. Like you can see the design kind of up on her helmet up here.
It is.
Zach Westy has just subscribed.
Zach
64.
You
with
know
the
what?
64. Thank you so much, dude.
Yep.
You showing that amiibo and let me look at Midna actually makes me think.
Okay, can I skip the ad now? I'm subscribed.
If we go back,
Jordan, you better enjoy this like 3 cents that you're getting off of me.
Oh, I will.
Where is the this one?
What are you looking at here with Midna?
What?
Sorry, TikTok. It's really zoomed up on Twitch. Like it's taking up the entire screen.
No, I was just yeah, probably not. It's just I was looking at the last part of the trailer with the like stone talus looking dude that we're looking at, the like eye pattern in the background. I was wondering if that was anything similar.
Oh, the tattoos on her arm. Oh, you're thinking it's that.
It could be. If that's the case, then they really don't care about the timeline.
Well, because if you want to see.
Yeah.
But I'm looking like at the design on her helmet here, like with the squiggles and all that. But also, that's just a basic shape. So at the same time, who knows? What's up, Riley? How are you? Castar, welcome on in. We're doing like a deep dive of this trailer that came out today.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get a much deeper dive anywhere else.
No, and this is definitely going to go up. I'm going to have to download this VOD because I'm not recording. I'll have to download it and I will upload it to the VOD channel on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go.
Be sure to tag me.
Feels like a podcast. Oh, so Huge Media making a comeback?
Huge Media. I've never been on Huge Media. It's my dream come true.
Where's Dan?
I miss doing podcasts, dude.
I know, I did too. Dan would come in here and just be like, "This is dumb anyway."
I know, he'd be like, "This is all a waste of time. You guys are wasting your time doing this." What's up, lady?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I don't really get why you guys like Star Wars. Star Wars doesn't even have that good of a story.
So Twilight Princess portals. That's what I was supposed to look up.
Yeah,
so there.
Yeah, it's got the same design on the back, kind of that teal color. The only thing is, like, if it is, that would be sick, but it would break canon because we don't see the Twilight Realm in any other timeline except
It is
for the
very
trailer.
reminiscent, though.
Yeah, because the Tweely don't arise except for out of the hatred from. Because like the Sacred Realm in every single timeline becomes like something different.
Yeah. Yep.
In the child timeline, it becomes the Twilight Realm.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm down for Elder Scrolls talk someday. Yeah, so Lainey, just
double check that.
For those of you guys that are just joining in, Lainey's asking what's going on. They announced a new Zelda game today. They showed a new trailer.
Guys, let's start from the start.
And we are just doing the deepest dive into the trailer, basically. Like we're breaking down this trailer is what we're doing.
Yeah.
For this new Zelda game. She's like, they did what now? They announced a new game where you play as Zelda.
Yep.
It is a Legend of Zelda game.
To the CDI games.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
And it is very.
No, we don't talk about that.
Just for you on your birthday, absolutely, absolutely, just for you on your birthday. But they brought in. It looks like Link to the Past Ganon, Link to the Past boss fight. It's the same map as Link to the Past, so it's like very reminiscent of that world.
Yeah, but there does seem to be like some differences, which is very interesting.
There's like, I mean, it's not gonna be a 1-to-1, but it's most similar to Link to the Past. I think there's no doubt about that. Like, if it's not 1-to-1 perfect, it is the most similar of that to any other game.
Yeah, we start over for you, Lainey. We'll start from the beginning. So in the beginning, there was the Word. All right, that's
the Word was with God.
Maybe that's a bit too far back. That's a lot of history to get to. But basically, a lot of stuff happens in between there, and now we're at this direct where Zelda is announced, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, there was some whole thing with like, you know, some crusades. And...
His wife just turns around and becomes a giant pillar of salt.
That does happen.
Hello, everyone.
So,
it's not called The Missing Link. I wish it was. But basically, yeah, they
was the latest.
Yeah, it's the same art style as Link's Awakening remake. This is one of the cutest looking games I've ever seen.
This time around,
it is not a remake of anything. It is just a new Zelda game.
Okay, so a long time ago,
Called the
Shigeru
Echoes of
Miyamoto was a
Wisdom,
child,
yes.
right?
Will Zelda fight with a sword then?
And he thought his
Samantha
dad
says, I've
was
never met
scary.
someone who knew as much as Zelda as I did like this. This is scratching my brain.
To explain more, please take a look at this video.
It does look like the remake of Link's Awakening. It's the same art style, but it's definitely in the Link to the Past timeline. It's in that era.
Yeah.
Strange rifts have appeared and have taken
At least I
many
would say that I'm fairly confident. Wait a minute.
now alone. Zelda
Like I said, I haven't had like a chance to like really like deep dive and analyze this trailer yet.
That's what we're doing right now. This is going to be on the Switch, yes.
cross Hyrule to save
What? Oh, Zach, I guess you were gone for the bit that. Can you back it up, Jordan, to that part where she's in the prison? I had mentioned this, and I was gonna get your thoughts. Why do you think she meets Tri in the prison? If we see the opening, obviously Ganon's supposedly defeated, and then you see the guards come kneel to her and like bring her back to the castle. But then she's now in the, I'm assuming, dungeon from the underneath the castle in the prison.
I think it'll be something similar to like A Link to the Past, where like in A Link to the Past, the guards are hostile towards Link because they assume that he kidnapped Zelda.
Yeah.
But Link's not there.
What?
Right. You're talking. Okay, no, you're talking. Yeah.
So now they're thinking that like Zelda has probably done something like dark to Link or whatever.
Or
because if
they think she's the cause of all of this.
Yeah, especially if this is like after A Link to the Past, like Link would be the hero of Legend.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, I kind of think what Lainey's thinking here, like there could have been something where she gets taken back to the castle, and Lainey's bringing up the same point that I thought as well, where she gets brought back to the castle. She hears like a rumor, hey, there was something weird found in the bottom of the castle after the rift opened up. She goes down to investigate, and maybe she finds Tri.
Yeah, the only thing that I would totally be on board with that, except for the doors closed. To the
Yeah,
cell.
I was thinking about that as well. The door's locked, but who's to say that like it just doesn't automatically close when you let go of it? It's just not locked.
And it could even be like we're not seeing like an aspect. Well, because later on she is hiding from the guards, so there does seem to be like.
Yeah, she's got the hood on. She takes the hood from Link, and
yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, so she does seem to be like hiding from them. I mean, they're obviously looking at her.
Is she hiding? They seem like they see her pretty well when she spins and she shows her face and crown.
100%, but like at the same time, I remember watching that, thinking that same thing. That it's like, I guess maybe it's a cloak of invisibility. Like nobody can recognize her with the cloak.
Or it's this Assassin's Creed logic, and that makes you invisible.
Yeah. So Juicebox, I think that this takes place after Link to the Past, or it's a split timeline from Link to the Past. Is my guess. I don't know.
My guess.
Go for it, Zach.
Yeah, my guess would be that it's after A Link to the Past as well.
I do too, and I think specifically, I think it can go in a couple different spots after Link to the Past, but I think I'm gonna stick with it's after Link's Awakening. I think this is after Link gets back to Hyrule. Ganon obviously. Palpatine somehow returns.
But hold on though, because wasn't Link's Awakening just all one big dream anyways?
Yeah, but because
no. So Link's Awakening is the dream of the Windfish.
Yeah.
That somehow Link kind of like stumbles onto. Because the Windfish is like some powerful deity.
So he gets brought into the dream, but he's not.
From my understanding, it's his boat gets in the shipwreck, like that happens at the beginning, and then he washes up on the shore of the dream, wakes the Windfish, and then proceeds to be floating in the ocean again. But if you get the good ending for Link's Awakening, you see the seagulls flying, which implies he's close to shore, which is what I think happens is then he ends up washing ashore to Hyrule, back to home. And then where, my running theory for this would be that, again, somehow Ganon returns, Link goes to take him on again, and then this all happens, and then we have this game. So
yeah, because it's not very clear in Link's Awakening exactly like what Link is doing so far away from home.
Yeah, it never says. Brian, thanks for the gifts on TikTok. I appreciate it.
I think it's very vague. Like he's just searching for.
Other than the obvious reason of Hyrule was never going to fit on a Game Boy cartridge.
Yeah, but yes, I think too, like using this art style, it could be like, yeah, it's just a sequel to Link's Awakening, and this is what happens after he gets back and disappears and stuff like that.
Because it never really confirms like what happens after Link's Awakening, because in a weird way, A Link to the Past's Link is like the most explored Link.
Yes. Yep.
Like he's been in the most games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because he's Fallen Hero timeline.
Yeah, so that's
okay.
Link to the Past through Link's Awakening is his whole story. So he gets 4 games.
Oh, so it's the same Link in all of them.
Yeah.
So we think that's the same Link that's in this one as well.
Yeah.
Does Link's Awakening happen? I'm blanking. I thought Link's Awakening happened after Oracle, or before Oracle.
I did too, but according to the Zelda timeline, it happens. I'm looking at it right now. It happens. The Oracle games happen in between.
Huh. Okay.
So.
I think they changed that now that I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I think.
Wait, Nintendo changed the timeline for Zelda?
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you serious? Nintendo changed it?
How was that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with my guns and say this is a sequel to Link's Awakening.
Okay.
There are a lot.
Because it's got. I mean, because we have this huge gap in time in between Link's Awakening and Link Between Worlds, because by the time a Link Between Worlds happens, it's a whole new Link. It's been years, since the last, adventures of the past Link. So, I mean, there's plenty of time that they can work with like resurrecting Ganon and doing this whole story with Zelda and this and that. So I think it. I think it works.
Well, and so like what I was trying to get at earlier is that it was it seems very weird to me that like Ganon gets resurrected to begin with, because I mean, I know that he's like resurrected all the time, especially in the Fallen timeline, but it would almost tend to imply that maybe this is after the Oracle games as well, because then like that would explain like I don't know, maybe Ganon is still like in his beast form or whatever.
I haven't played those, so I don't know.
Well, see, and that's why like I think it could be really anywhere in a few different spots in this Fallen Hero timeline, because Ganon coming back is such a known thing in this timeline. Mm-hmm. We get the Oracle games, and then obviously it'd be a different Link, but A Link Between Worlds he's revived by the wizard. It's like Yuga, or is it Yuga? And so and then obviously the original Zelda games, he's gets revived, and so like. I think if they came out and said, yeah, this happens right after Link's Awakening, and Ganon gets revived by a different wizard, like we've already had several games for, but it would be interesting. Like, oh man, this is more crackpot, but like, yeah, like say Ganon comes back because of like this is a Twilight Princess-esque story.
So, you bring up an intro. Sorry, when you said that, I doubt that this will ever be the case. But it's like, what if this is a Ganon from a completely different timeline?
He like crosses timelines.
Yeah.
The only thing is though, do we have another like this Ganon? This like, very iconic design of Ganon. I don't think we see him anywhere else, right?
Well, yeah, because this is the timeline where Link falls during the battle.
Yeah, so he becomes
at the climax of Ocarina of Time, and that's why like Ganon is still in his monster form.
Yeah, so he stays full power. Although, ooh, wait, I'm looking at the timeline here. I think that we would see him in his like Pig Ganon form. In another timeline, in Child Era, we'd see him in Four Swords. Doesn't he appear in Four Swords as like the classic Ganondorf or Ganon?
Yeah, in Four Swords Adventure. Yeah, I'm fairly. He doesn't. He does in Four Swords Adventure. I don't know about Four Swords. I think Vadi's the main bad guy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking Four Swords Adventure. Yeah, Four Swords original comes before Ocarina of Time.
Right.
But yeah, that'd be the only other time in the timeline where that version of Ganon appears.
You're damn right. This is Zach Westy.
Shut up. So, this stone that's right here. Was it Tarmona said? Someone or who was it said? This stone makes me think this is why it is blank.
A Link Between Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, the stone behind Zelda is why I thought after Between Worlds.
Well, it's probably not after Between Worlds because Between Worlds is like, Between Worlds is like 100 years before. It's either 100 years before or 100 years after. It's one of the two.
After Link to the Past, it's after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. It could, because it is technically the same Hyrule, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's Between Worlds.
I don't either. I think it has to come before.
Yeah,
I truthfully think this is the Hero Legend. I think this is the Link to the Past Link that we're looking at.
Yeah, it's the Hero of Legend. It's not the new Hero of Legend.
Yeah.
Sabrina goes, are you guys still talking about this?
Absolutely, we're still talking about this. I could practically have a PhD in this topic.
Dude, I literally said that the other day. I'm like, why can't I major in video games? Because I would totally, with the knowledge I have.
I mean, kind of, Logan, in a way you can. You just need to make YouTube videos, and that's your...
We joked about like seeing if I would technically qualify for like a PhD in the history of game design. Because I have technically studied the field for over 20 years.
That's true.
There you go.
Now, granted, I do not have any like papers written on the subject, but...
Yeah, man, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Stolen away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts.
Kind of just starting to look to see.
I do like the idea that someone brought up that maybe you'll be like restoring parts of the world.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be.
I do believe that will play an aspect of this. But like I said, like very early on, I do believe that it's going to be something. We're going to be like very disappointed once it comes out, where it's like all these things, and it's going to be something stupid like the Phantom Zone or something like that.
Yeah,
gotta catch him all because he's Ganon Phantom.
Yeah, it's very clearly like, oh, it's just the Dark World, but instead of calling it the Dark World, they're like, oh, it's not the Dark World, it's the Phantom Zone, and it's like, well, what's the difference? And it's like, well, you see, like the Dark World is dark and the Phantom Zone is made out of phantoms.
Yeah,
really?
Dude, there's the wizard that brings back Ganon. It's freaking Vlad Plasma. He resurrects Ganon.
Gotta catch him all because he's Ganon Phantom. I'm not
Danny
playing
Phantom.
it. We're just watching the trailer and we're discussing it. Samantha goes, we're wasting hours of our life over doodles and scribbles. You know what? That's because it's fun.
You know,
and then she also goes, what if Hylians overthrow the government and put her in jail because she couldn't protect them? And that's how she ended up there.
I mean, maybe.
That'd be funny, actually.
Well, they're just also Zelda themed Pokemon. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You gotta catch all the monsters, man.
When she learns the water echo, it looks like she's in the void area.
So going to like one of the games that they featured in here.
Well, I mean, right there, it definitely. Hold on, before you continue. Right here, it looks like she's, or that area is just being eaten by the void. Maybe she's not in the void area. I think she's just being eaten, devoured.
Being eaten, yeah.
I mean, you can prefer Breath of the Wild. That's fine. That doesn't mean that this is not going to be great.
I think this.
Yeah, I mean, Look, I prefer I prefer like Twilight Princess to Wind Waker, but I still believe that Wind Waker is like a a fantastic game.
Yeah, and it's funny. I would say the complete opposite.
Right.
I would be
Trust me, I get it. I'm in the minority here. Like, you got to realize that at one point in time, Skyward Sword was my favorite Zelda game.
Okay, but like
I
real talk,
respect
I
that.
think Skyward Sword has the best story, but the worst controls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair. It's definitely the most like fleshed out story, or one of them.
Well, I mean, it pretty much like sets up the story for like the rest of the series, basically.
Yeah, the Skyward Sword story, God, that's a tongue twister. Skyward Sword story is like top tier. I think it's probably one of the best stories that they've ever had in Zelda.
Yeah.
The controls of it ripped me out of it though. I couldn't just because of the controls. It was so bad.
I will also say that like when I played Skyward Sword, like I was like, I was like a Nintendo, like fanboy, still am, but like I was only playing like the Wii. So like by the time that Skyward Sword comes out, I have been playing games like Skyward Sword, motion control wise for like 5 years up to that point. And so by the time I'm playing Skyward Sword, it's like, oh well, I know how this game is supposed to work.
See, that's a fair point, but like, because the first time I ever played it and the only time I've ever played it was on the Switch with a Pro controller.
Yeah, and that's I think why you probably.
But here's the thing, though, is I hate motion controls. I hate the gimmicks that Nintendo puts into their games, and that's all Nintendo's been doing is gimmicks.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta think that
and
gimmick
that was
because
definitely
of
like real, like back then as well, was like definitely Nintendo's main thing. And I actually kind of like talked about this in the direct coverage that we did for West Zone. Like that's the thing that like killed the Wii U, was just like needing that gimmick.
Yeah.
And it still occasionally like pops up, like Super Mario Odyssey is the whole reason why the Switch has like an HD rumble feature to it, because they wanted to like do something stupid with like HD rumble, and so it's like, well, we need it to be in the console then.
Wait, you're telling me they didn't do it purely for the Ice Cube game and 1-2 Switch?
No.
Does anyone know how to loop videos on YouTube, by the way? Just random thought.
So this incredibly like esoteric thing. It should be like your right click, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, loop. Thank you.
Right click loop. Yeah.
I wanted this just to loop. I kept rewinding. I'm like, I'm just gonna pull up the trailer and let it loop.
Yeah, I think John brings up a good point in chat though. Like the Wii U failed because of the naming scheme, and people were very confused by it.
No, I mean the Wii U died for a whole bunch of reasons, but
yeah,
like
but I think
that it
that's
was
the biggest thing.
name.
I think that's the biggest thing, and I mean, the gimmicky stuff is what Nintendo's known for.
See, and that's what I don't like though. I've never liked their gimmicky stuff.
Look,
But, like, the
the Super Nintendo didn't die because everybody assumed that like it was like the Nintendo Entertainment System, but like Plus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like they could have done a far better job of like advertising the Wii U to get people to understand that it's a new console.
Yeah,
which they did not do.
Crap job of that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It was no, I 100% agree with that.
And then on top of that, it was like, what games came out for the Wii U for like the first like at all?
Yeah, there was.
I mean, like
Wind Waker HD.
But even that came in 2014, 2 years after the console launched.
Yeah, and support.
Samantha says the Wii U was a stepping stone for the Switch. It was a test to see how it went.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would 100% agree that the Switch was the Wii U was like a prototype for the Switch.
Yeah, and I would agree with that too. I think the gimmicky stuff that Nintendo does, like.
So John, I get it. Xenoblade Chronicles X is a great game. That's not a system seller.
Yeah, the Xeno franchise is a niche series, especially by that point. It was very niche.
Right.
But I think like the gimmicky stuff Nintendo does is like it's very hit or miss, and that's the point. Like they want to try bold things, and I think we saw with this generation, the Switch, the Switch is a gimmick. Like the whole console, like handheld, home console, portable hybrid thing, Joy-Cons, all of that stuff is very, very gimmicky. And it paid off in dividends for them.
See, I don't know if I would say that the handheld aspect is gimmicky. I think
it is. I mean, you didn't see, before the Switch, we didn't have any sort of like.
Oh, wait a minute! I see.
Hardware
Hold on,
like
I see what this person's talking about now. This absolutely looks like she's in a void world.
Yeah.
100%. Yep. And she's on a boat in the void world.
On a boat.
Yep, in the distortion world.
Yep, that's what they were talking about. But yeah, that is 100%.
Yeah, and
100%.
And the gimmick of the Switch, like I honestly think like one of the reasons, not saying that it's the only reason, one of the reasons that the Pokemon series is doing so poorly right now is because they had to like switch from making the
they had to
handheld games.
switch.
Yeah. Yep. They had to switch from like making the handheld games to making them like for the home console.
Yeah. So Nat over on TikTok goes, "Do you think the Fairy Tri has something to do with the Triforce?"
Oh,
no. I think they've completely abandoned the Triforce at this point. I also
mean,
think
in
that
Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, both they never make mention of it, do they?
Right.
No.
I don't think they mention it once. I think you see it like depicted on the castle wall in the throne room, but I don't think they ever mention it.
They don't mention the goddesses anymore.
Nope.
The only time that the Triforce plays any part in Breath of the Wild is the ending.
Celestia, I don't see what you said over there. TikTok probably censored it out. They love to do that.
How was that? I hope you enjoyed this.
So yeah, I think they're just like completely like moving on from the Triforce and the three goddesses. I think that it'll still be like around, but I don't think that it will be like as major of a plot point as it used to be.
Yeah, I think for this era in the timeline, I think it does, and I think looking at Tri, it makes too much sense. Like, it's a fairy named Tri with triangles, like golden triangles. Like it's got to have some connection. I think.
Wait, Nat, are you talking in this trailer or no? You're talking in Breath of the Wild. Okay. Zelda's hand has the Triforce symbol when she saved Link from the Guardians. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For twice, it came up twice in the entire game.
And in the entirety of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, mind you.
The Triforce comes up twice. The literal, like the symbol of the cross in this universe comes up twice.
So what, you think it's cool how Zelda gets to be the hero, but it's humiliating that they gave her the chibi art style? I love it. I think this art style is perfect. I think it is the cutest, most adorable art style in any video game I have ever played in my entire life.
That might be...
I can't think of a video game that I've looked at and was like, oh yeah, it's cuter than that. I love it.
Wait, okay, so first off,
what's up, Claire?
Talking art style actually makes me think of something I thought initially when I saw this. Is what if this has something to do with a dreamlike scenario? And like
maybe I was kind of thinking about that as well.
Because like if you look at Link's Awakening, the like anime cutscenes at the beginning and end are technically the real world. But then when he goes to the Windfish Island in his dream world, he is in that chibi art style.
Right.
So, like, what if this is some sort of dream world that we're in?
That's a good point. It could still be Nightmare.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
it could be. Yeah, it could be.
What if he's come to the mainland? He's not been defeated.
It could be. So you know what? I'm I'm gonna say it right now. Instead of like the Phantom Zone, it might be the Nightmare World.
I could see that, dude. And that would make it a true sequel to Link's Awakening.
Yeah, so they use the chibi style to represent the Dreamland. I mean, it might be. You think they're reusing engines to get a game out fast? Welcome to modern video game design.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Look at literally every video game that has come out in the last how many years.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, but I also like this game is out a good bit after Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah.
Like, that came out in what, 20?
What is it, 5 years now?
Yeah, is it 2019?
That sounds like it could be right.
Yeah, I think it was 2019 because I feel like I was in my apartment playing.
I remember
the game.
losing my crap because it's my favorite Zelda game.
Well, I was gonna say you have Call of Duty, you have Assassin's Creed, you have every sports game ever.
So here's another thing. I wonder if they're gonna do like a Zelda Dungeon Maker in this game,
like what they had in Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I doubt it, but
yeah, that'd be cool though.
Yeah.
I'll be down.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It'd be kind of fun if chat could make dungeons and I could try to.
Well, there is a game that is coming out. I think it's called like Super Dungeon Maker. Don't hold me to that. On Steam, where it's like you can make your own like Zelda dungeons, and I was very annoyed because I had a similar concept, and now I can't do it.
Yeah, so Shadow Killer, yes and no. The triangles on try shows how many items Zelda can summon. That is true, and it's not, because we have noticed if you look here, each thing that you summon has, it's like this fish has 2 above it. This right here has 1. This thing that she summons in, that plant, that has 2. So each thing
has 3.
And then yeah, like she summons in something later that has 3. So each thing, yes, it's like it's like mana basically, where each thing has its own amount of mana that it would take to summon, is basically how that works. Because what was it called, Logan? The thing that had 3? The zombie thing?
Oh, Redead?
Yeah, the Redead. Yeah, that had 3. So that one would take up 3. So that means you only have 1 of those and like 1 of something else. They haven't shown anything. They haven't shown more than 4 yet, which I've been kind of looking for anything that would indicate that you can improve that or upgrade that, and they haven't shown anything yet. But that right there, that's 3 above it, right? So
okay, yeah.
I would assume so.
There's nothing that shows that you can get it past 4, but also it wouldn't be surprising if it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, you get, like in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you can either upgrade your hearts or you can upgrade your stamina based off of how many things you bring back, right? Yeah. I could see it being something similar where it's like, hey, do you want more hearts or do you want to be able to summon more things?
Yeah. I noticed too when she summons
the
moblins at the beginning, that like the one starts blinking like gold, like the gold color, like it's on the timer, so like it can only be there for so long.
That would make sense. Yeah, that would, it can't just happen forever. Or it's showing that it's low health as well. Like it might be like, hey, this is like dangerously low on health. I don't know.
That could be true too.
Nice, Wild Guy. Heck yeah, dude. I'm excited for you. That's gonna be fun. Well, Kateri, the whole point of this game is you play as Zelda. You might play as Link for a few minutes, but
maybe the opening, but yeah,
like maybe the opening of the game you might play as Link, but for the most part they only have shown you playing as Zelda.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like, it's actually really cool that instead of like just like giving Zelda like a sword or whatever and then being like, oh, and now she's a sword fighter now, it's like they gave her like her own thing, which I think
yeah, I like that a lot. I think it's cool because it plays into her role, like the Triforce of Wisdom, you know, like she is more puzzle oriented. She has to think more, and she's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know, courage, I'm gonna fight these monsters like Link would do, like running in guns blazing, but like she's got to think more.
Yeah, so now where do we get the game where it's Ganon and it's just a beat 'em up game where he's just like mowing down like.
So one other thing I've noticed, and this is something I've just having the trailer on loop, I've noticed, if you go to like, do you have the trailer up, Jordan, or do you have the older
This is the trailer.
Go to 248.
Okay.
All right, if you look in the bottom right corner, there's like this weird like statue thing. It almost like if you play Pikmin 4, it kind of looks like the Glow Pikmin.
It kind of reminds me, very not exact, obviously, but of a Bargainer statue in the depths.
Kind of,
Okay.
but then if you go, so you see it there, and then if you go back to 102 or 101 or whatever, on the island that you were talking about earlier with the, the Mama Ferry or whatever.
It is there as well. So it's probably a fast
it's
travel
right there.
point.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's a fast travel system.
Yeah, it's probably fast travel. So that, if I had to guess, anyways, that's what it would be.
Yeah, that's what my guess too. So, but I just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd point that out.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be a pretty big map. So they're gonna be doing something related to fast
Yeah,
travel.
I mean, if it's a
let's see, do we see any more here?
If it's links to the past map expanded, then yeah, it's gonna be pretty decent size.
I'll say I'm not seeing any.
I'm just saying, I just kind of hope that they explore the rest of Hyrule.
That would be awesome.
Chat, do you guys see any that are here?
Oh, Zach, that actually makes me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of those areas explored in the like this Oracle games? Because I know Link goes to a far off land.
So no. None of those towns are ever like mentioned again.
Gotcha.
Because another, and I will 100% admit that I never actually expect them to go back to those maps. I just think that was like a relic of Zelda 2, like back when they were like, I mean, we don't necessarily know how Mario should be, so
yeah.
And it's a lot like that too, where it's like, well, I don't know how are these games going to work. Maybe this one will just make it like a ripoff of Castlevania. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have always thought like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a Zelda game where like it still has like the map of Hyrule, but it also allows you to go to those other areas that are like just off the map there. Now Breath of the Wild is definitely like just that. But I mean, we're talking about like an idea where it's like it would be the Breath of the Wild map, but like 20 times the size.
That would be wild, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
A Breath of the Wild.
I want more. I do.
Like more
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom map. That now that you bring that up,
that would be cool.
Yeah,
so I want more
for Breath of the Wild 3, which I don't think they're gonna do.
The Wild 3, futuristic, where they bring in like a Tron type of motorcycle as a master bike.
A Link to the Future has been like a very
Breath of the gas fumes.
There is no breath.
There is no breath, only Gleeok smells.
Logan, did Jordan tell you that I got Josh Jepson to say there is no mercy?
That's
only
he
Gleeok?
did.
That's hilarious.
He did, yeah.
I'm so happy.
That's really funny.
No, this new Zelda game looks awesome though.
It looks
so cute, man. Yeah, Josh was playing, I don't even know what was it. It was some Zelda 1 where you use motion controls and he rolls around.
It was something like a mix between Kirby's Tilt and Tumble and like the first Legend
I think it was
of
just
Zelda.
called Zelda Tilt and Tumble is all it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was using motion controls and Zach made him say that.
Well, I didn't make him say it. I just sort of like said it like just as my thing, and then he just said it verbatim, and I was like, "Oh my god! I need to clip that."
I gotta go back and look. The waterfall.
Oh, what?
scene.
There's gonna be spiders in this game? Oh my goodness!
What waterfall? How was that? I hope you enjoyed. You thought you saw 5 in a waterfall? How far back are we talking?
Just wondering too, like if Try's design, like eye design, like that weird, bigger like eye that connects down to the mouth, like if that is any reminiscent of anything. I'm trying. It feels similar to some other Zelda, like enemy or something, but I just can't. I can't think of it.
Holy chop. YouTube, don't die. Don't die on me, bud.
Stay with me now. Okay.
Are you talking that? Is that your waterfall?
Learn and create echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule. You might be surprised at what you discover. Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw.
No, I'm curious. Well, we can't time out Nightbot. That's not how that works.
You can also create echoes of monsters.
I don't know how you would even do that. I can't have Nightbot not talk.
Monsters have different.
Yeah,
So I looked up Legends of Zelda Echoes, of Wisdom, and one of the images that popped up was this this image series by was it Sean NG? It's on ZeldaDungeon.net, and it's called Legend of Zelda Echoes of the Future, and it's like a reimagining as Zelda as a grim, war-torn future set in the style of Fallout. And
Yeah.
this looks crazy. I just stumbled upon this. This is
I think I do remember that one.
It's like mutant redeads, robotic pose, mechanical weapons, and it looks like Fallout mixed with Zelda.
Yeah, and I believe Epona is a motorcycle.
Oh, and this.
That's really cool.
There's still just 4, isn't there? Yeah, there's still just 4. There's not 5 there.
Well, yeah.
Alec, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Is that this is the same? This is like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. The same Link from all that. We think it's in that same area.
I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the echo ability.
But yeah, the dungeons and everything. I'm so excited for this, man. If it's anything like Link's Awakening, I love that game, and so I'm 100% in for
Dude,
this.
it's one of my favorite Zelda games, so I'm so down for this.
Honestly, it's one of my favorites as well.
The Robo Octorok too is really interesting. At the camp where she's fighting like the bokoblins and moblins.
It is
very much
scary.
like
It
a.
is.
It's like a wind-up toy.
Well. Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think-
Any final thoughts? We've been talking about this now for like 3 hours.
I've said pretty much all I can say right now. I need to have more info, stuff like that before. I think I've pretty much exhausted all of the.
I mean, we could sit here and speculate forever, like going into like the most tiniest, minute details of things. But yeah, after a certain point, it just becomes a bit more.
Yeah, like, we've been talking about this now for 3 hours, I think.
That's crazy.
Which is a long time. Because I've been live for nearly 4 now, and I haven't even gotten to a game yet.
That's crazy.
I've been sitting here live in Tears of the Kingdom for 4 hours.
That's actually wild.
And I'm like, I haven't even loaded the game up. I think I can just press that button. Yeah, there's my Switch, but I don't know.
Well, I know I certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. So I'm probably gonna play.
You're gonna have to tell me about that. You're gonna have to tell me about that VOD, Jordan. I'll try to link it on my channel.
Oh yeah, I'll find it. I'll have to download this entire VOD from Twitch because I haven't been recording. So I'll have to download. Well, I wasn't thinking we'd talk for this long, so I haven't been recording. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna react to the thing, and then we'll be done. And then I asked Logan, I'm like, hey, Logan, because he was in chat. I'm like, do you want to hop in Discord and talk about it? So then I messaged you, and I'm like, hey, yo, bro, do you want to come in here and talk about it? And then now
Sure,
we've
I'll
been
come
here.
shamelessly plug my channel. Why not?
Now we've been here now for like probably 3 hours. I've been talking with Logan almost. Or I guess 2.5. 2.5 hours probably. And I'm going to have to, you know, download this entire VOD, render this part out, and upload it separately to the VOD channel or something.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna go and play A Link to the Past because of this trailer, I'm working my way through the Downfall timeline because I want to play through it again. So, I guess you guys have a good night and enjoyed our talks. So I
Fun as always.
am very interested to see where this goes. And yeah.
See you guys for the next direct, I guess.
Yeah, see you
Yeah,
guys
that's the
for
only
next
time we
direct.
ever talk.
Same time next week, right?
Same time next. Dude, I wish. That'd be fun to have a podcast thing going again, man. I miss it.
It would be. I would love it.
I'd be 100% down for that.
I would too. So, but yeah, you boys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, buddies. Talk to you guys later.